GHSA state title.
Friday nights mean high school football in Georgia, and tonight the drive for the GHSA state title presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com brings us to City Park and Bobby Gruen Field and the brand new renovated Walt Snelling press box as the Gainesville Red Elephants at 6-1 and ranked number 6 in the 5A classification get ready to take on the number 1 ranked defending state champions in the highest classification in Georgia, the Milton Eagles, at 7-1. Hello everybody, I'm Brandon Adams. Happy to be joined alongside Rusty Manziel here in this brand new renovated press box at Bobby Gruen Field, City Park. What's going to be an outstanding football game, we believe, tonight. You know, for Milton, it's unusual to see a quarterback overshadowed by other players on his team. But a Milton team is a little bit of a different type of team. You're talking about 9 seniors currently committed to Power 4 programs. That means that sometimes Luke Nickel, the quarterback, hasn't maybe always gotten the attention that he deserved, but maybe nobody could have played better down the stretch than Nickel did last year, leading Milton to a state championship. And perhaps this year in his senior year, it seems like he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder to prove just how good he is before he heads to Miami for his college career.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Milton has an extra coach on the field right now when you look at Luke Nickel, the Miami commit. And I'll tell you, Brandon, last year at the end of the playoffs, he was playing as good as anybody in the country. Not in the state of Georgia, anybody in the country. And he elevated that into a lot of new offers. And at the end of the day, verbally committed to the University of Miami.
We told you that Milton ranked number 1 in the 5A classification in Georgia, defending state champs in the highest classification. They also ranked number 3 nationally by Max Preps, to give you an idea of the firepower they bring into Gainesville here tonight. Speaking of the Red Elephants, Gainesville had its shot to knock off a number 1 team earlier this year, but lost at Carrollton. Tonight, a second chance at all of that. And one of the real ways in which Gainesville would have a chance to get that done is with Xavier Griffin, the outstanding pass rusher on his way to USC. What a weapon he is for this Gainesville defense.
Yeah, just in the junior class. So USC is going to have to hold on to him, but he is verbally committed to USC. And right now, Brandon, he's one of those guys, 6'4", 215 pounds, and you love him because I say it a lot. He's a 3-down backer. You don't have to substitute him. He can rush off the edge. A lot of people project him as an inside linebacker on the next level, but he has great range. He sees the ball, and this is a guy that flies all over the field for Gainesville. We saw him early in the year against Westlake, and number 8 was everywhere.
And obviously, as Gainesville tries to knock off the defending state champs tonight, the one thing they will have going for them, and Josh Niblett doesn't shy away from telling you this, he believes this is a Gainesville team that's not going to lose games at home. In his entire tenure of head coach, they have not lost here at City Park. Obviously, that streak on the line tonight against Milton. And speaking of the Milton Eagles, our Kaylee Mansell, the third member of our broadcast team, is standing by with Coach Ben Reeves from the Eagles right now. Kaylee, take it away.
Hello, all, and welcome to the coach's interview presented to you by Georgia Match. I'm Kaylee Mansell, and I'm joined by the head coach of Milton, Ben Reeves. Coach Reeves, you've already won a state championship. You've never lost a region game. This season, you've already been battle tested. What are those experiences or moments that you can look back on and say that those helped prepare you for a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, we always play a really tough schedule non-region. And this is no disrespect to Peachtree TV or to Gainesville, but earlier in the week I said we didn't get on the plane to go to Miami to play on ESPN to be distracted about playing tonight on a big stage on TV. So it's something that we worked on early on. We intentionally played tough opponents early on. And these are the games that if you're a true competitor, you want.
Yeah.
You crave these nights, and we're ready to go.
I feel like so much of the hype this season has been centered around your offense, that maybe your defense isn't getting enough love. You said that they played like with a chip on their shoulder. Why is that?
Because they're not getting any love, and I don't want them to get any love. I like that chip on their shoulder. Offense is fun to watch. Everybody likes when you score points. We got some electric guys, but we got some really good guys on defense too that fly around and play hard and keep us in a lot of games. So I like the love that they're not getting because it keeps them in a good spot with us.
Well, Coach, it's loud out here. I know you're coming in with a chip on your shoulder. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, with that, kickoff is coming up soon, so stay right where you're at.
This makes my dad proud. He went through his whole career as an employee. Now I'm the employer, something he didn't achieve.
We are signatory to IBEW and do IBEW people wherever we go that we feel like they are faster and better than any of our competition.
The advantages of being a signatory contractor is you're trained employees. You have unlimited manpower. It allows me to bid on jobs that I ordinarily would not go after.
don't know. Just take it off.
Safety violation, unsafe work conditions.
In the construction trades unions, safety is our highest priority, and we train you to recognize and speak out on unsafe working conditions so that everyone arrives and goes home safely. Learn about careers in construction at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
Basic combat training is a 10-week experience that will challenge you both physically and mentally. Each phase of your training will introduce you to new soldier skills, building and advancing them along the way. You and your fellow soldiers will work as a team to accomplish each mission, overcome each obstacle, and earn the right to wear the black beret of an Army National Guard soldier.
Great teams are committed, focused on the details, and work hard to be their best. From practice to games, right down to their gear. Your field is a critical part of the game that allows your athletes to showcase their athletic abilities. Sports Turf is committed to bringing your team innovative sports surfaces with unparalleled performance. You bring the vision. Our team brings it to life.
For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
The drive for the GHSA state title is presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Transform your future today.
Welcome back, everybody. Brandon Adams, Rusty Manziel, getting ready to kick things off between Gainesville and Milton, one of the top games nationally. You see our coin toss there, presented by R.S. Andrews. Gainesville wearing the black, Milton in the white. Both teams will share elements of red here tonight. And the result of that kickoff going to be here in a moment. The fact that Milton will kick it to Gainesville to begin things here. Of course, we appreciate R.S. Andrews bringing that coin toss to us. We'll also give you the game time weather. You're talking about a perfect fall night, 64 degrees. We've waited for a while for this. Clear skies, light breeze, if anything there at all. And I'm telling you right now, this place tonight is rocking and rolling. This is as nice a high school football stadium, literally, as I have ever seen. It is packed to the rafters here with a lot of folks on the Gainesville side wearing red and black, and they are hungry for a win against one of the top teams in the entire country, defending 7A state champions, Milton Eagles. And with that, we are underway on your drive for the GHSA state title, presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Handoff coming 20-yard line, and a big hit right away. And that's where Gainesville will begin offensively after Darren Pigram laid a big lick on the opening kickoff.
Man, he closed on that opening kickoff. I saw kind of a lane. I was like, wait a minute, Gainesville's got some space here, and all of a sudden number 10 closes it down from the outside contain.
A little bit of a contrast and experience when it comes to starting quarterbacks. Luke Nickel working on a career as a 4-year starter now in his 4th season there. On the other side, though, Kareem Hughley, a sophomore in his first campaign as the Red Elephant signal caller, but a good year he has had, to be sure. This is a team that's very comfortable throwing the football. Interesting formation here to begin as well.
Yeah, got 14 in there. Phillip Williams, he spreads out. They had him tight in the backfield.
Keep your eye on number 2 going in motion. That's Taz Smith. Had a huge game. We televised Gainesville earlier this season against Westlake. Hughley will look to throw. Pressure coming, and down he goes right away. Terrence Spencer among those in on an opening sack to begin the game for the Eagles.
Yeah, they go empty set. Nobody back to help him. He's got to know he's got to get rid of the ball. They bring a late blitz. See number 7, 99.
Yes, number 7 there is the linebacker Hayden Tomini, a little bit of an outlier in the fact that he's not a major college prospect, at least not yet, but he is the leading tackler for this team.
Makes them go.
And kind of an alpha dog leader for the unit overall. Milton shows pressure again. Quick strike by Hughley. It's going to be complete to Taz Smith. He's at the 25, up near the 27-yard line, and a big strike there to make 3rd down more manageable for Gainesville coming up.
We saw Taz Smith early in the year against Westlake. We were impressed with him, man. He's got ball skills. See great hands right there in a tight window. Good throw early by the sophomore quarterback, Hughley.
Hughley comfortable just being a sophomore. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Flipped his hips. Nice throw in a tight window.
Pressure look again from Milton. This time Hughley rose left. Going to have to hurry. Sidearm delivery. And it's incomplete.
Missed him early there. He had a receiver running wide open on a flat route. He was unable to get his feet around. But the elevated view we had, he was open early for a first down. Easily just missed him. I'm sure that's something Gainesville will see. And that's probably what he's talking about.
That's Taz Smith again, who was the intended target. To give you an idea of Taz's versatility of this Gainesville team, he's going to stay in as the punter there as well. He is a good one. He gets a high punt away. This one going to bounce right there near midfield in that big Gainesville G. And that's where it's going to be dropped dead. And with that, Milton will get a chance to come on offense after it got a defensive stop against Gainesville. And we see this Milton offense come on the field, Rusty. How high-powered is all of this with a couple of pass-catching targets that many of the folks in our audience already very well aware of, but everyone's going to learn more about them here tonight. And with that, we'll take a look at our starters for Milton on offense. We told you about Luke Nickel. That's the Miami committed quarterback. TJ Lester is a big-time running back on his way to Eastern Kentucky. But watch who it is that Nickel throws to tonight. Ethan Barbour, listed as a tight end. He'll play a lot of receiver on his way to Georgia. And, of course, everybody knows C.J. Wiley there as well, committed to Florida State. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Mike Norvell, the Seminoles head coach, is in the building here tonight. We'll show you more about that later on. First down carry, though, goes to T.J. Lester.
He's the one that makes them go, man. They got all these stars and all these rankings and all these kids committed all over the country. This young man committed to Eastern Kentucky.
NetCredit is here to say yes to a personal loan or line of credit, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. Go to netcredit.com. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
Any slow sipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Now get any size soft drink or Southern style sweet tea for just $1, only in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Matthews Kia of Cartersville, we got you covered. And we're not just talking about our free warranty forever that covers your new Kia's engine, transmission, drive assembly, and parts and labor for life. When you buy from Matthews, your family, we're always there for you, answering your questions, working within your budget, and providing you the service that keeps you safe and secure, just like family should. So click, call, or visit today. Find your forever car and join the family at Matthews Kia of Cartersville. We got you covered.
Angel Flight is looking for donations for essential goods and flying them directly to areas impacted by Hurricane Helene. Go to angelflightsoars.org for more info. Angel Flight, where hope soars.
You're watching Peachtree Sports Network, your home for live local sports.
See you later. That was Matt.
25, Nuremberg, the kick for Milton. Smith and Ware back deep for the Red Elephants.
Still shooting, I don't know.
Brazil to the touchback. First and 10, Red Elephants on the 20-yard line. Previous pass intended for number 1, Jeremiah Ware. Let's check the flag.
You're back. All right. Oh, man. Me neither. Well, shoot, because it's still being clean.
Number 5, Carmelo Bird on the carry. Redmond on the stop. Brings up second down for the Red Elephants. Pass complete to Bird. Flag at the end of the play.
You on the white hat? All right, I'm gonna get off.
Pass intended for number 3, Shane King. Pass complete to number 3, Shane Key. Got a flag on the play. Pass intended for number 2, Tash Smith, brings up 4th down for Gainesville. Caden Fasson on the stop for Gainesville. Puts it Tampa Milton on the 41-yard line.
Bit of a power issue here, but I think that's all rectified. We're glad to have you back with us for our big showdown tonight in 5A. As you see, Milton has a 7-0 lead over Gainesville. To bring you back up to speed, Milton's score came on a Barber touchdown a little earlier. A moment ago, Gainesville's had 2 possessions. They have punted both times. Milton back with the football here once again.
Costly penalty last time on Gainesville. Had a big chunk play, got called back for holding, unable to convert, punt the ball back to Milton. See what this high-power offense does on his second possession.
Yeah, looking at second down here, Lester, the running back, goes out to become a receiver. Instead, though, it's going to be a strike to C.J. Wiley, Florida State commit, fighting his way into Gainesville territory down around the 36-yard line.
C.J. Wiley made some news last Saturday, visited Georgia unofficially with his dad, came to the game. That obviously made news. Mike Norvell is here tonight. We'll have more on that later.
Handoff going to go to Lester. Lester finds a hole in the middle, took a big hit as well. Got positive yardage, though. Picked up about 4 that time.
Man, they're just so... Brandon, I believe they had 17 returning starters on the state championship team. Then you get Ethan Barbour transferred in, Georgia commit. Then you get Brandon Jacobs, left tackle, Clemson commit. You see 77 right there going to Clemson. So now you have 19 starters back, basically, on a state championship team last year.
As deep in talent as you're going to see. Nickel, the Miami commit, trying to set up a screen, had to get pressure coming. Wiley's wide open, but a flag came in. He had contact there with Elijah Watson, the junior cornerback. I don't know who they're going to say was bumping the most, but a flag did come in.
The area that came in, probably going to be defensive holding.
You see our officials brought to you by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Keith Hammond's our referee.
Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Results in a first down.
Cameron Mason, Jay Worley, John Heath, and Sean Schumacher will round out the rest of that officiating group.
The one thing you'll notice early, they're not afraid to take shots.
Yep.
They got guys on the edge. They got running backs. They got protection. They got an Auburn commit at tight end, number 87. You see him attached to the line of scrimmage. The guy behind him, by the way, number 1, he's committed to Georgia. The guy in front of him is committed to Auburn. The guy beside him is committed to Clemson. That's kind of what we're talking about with Milton tonight.
9 Power 4 commits from the senior class. Now Nickel going to strike, and it's going to be another touchdown throw. Luke Nickel. He hits this time. It's Tristan Payne for the touchdown.
Man, what a dart by Nickel. Watch him unleash this ball right here, and he throws it on the money. Hits him right in the center of the chest. Absolutely love Luke Nickel. Miami is getting a quarterback in him.
And I had a chance to talk to Ben Reeves about this week. You know, does Luke Nickel feel like he's been overlooked given the attention that a lot of quarterbacks have gotten in state? He said absolutely yes, he does.
Yes.
And in games like this, he wants to show the world what he's all about. He's already got 2 touchdown passes here in the first quarter. Milton has come into a hostile environment, but looking the part of a nationally ranked defending state champion here right now. And we'll be right back.
A journeyman with Local 85, when you turn out, you can be hitting 6 figures.
Hey, I have your back, you have my back. We're going to do this together. We're one for all for one.
College just wasn't for me. Let's look into actual career jobs that wouldn't take college, where I wouldn't, lose money and all that. Instead of losing a lot more money at the end, why not make money and make more money at the end?
Are you interested in becoming a deputy or a jailer? The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office is hiring and looking for individuals passionate about protecting and serving their community. If you are 18 years or older, join our team by visiting GoGCSO.com for more information. Gwinnett County, together we can make a difference.
Nobody wants to hear the word roaches, because who wants to admit they have roaches?
I actually found some weird roaches. I didn't know what they were. I decided to choose Breda. I reached out to them. They check in routinely. They're explaining what they're doing, so there's a lot of clarity in the process as well. I think that just speaks to the level of safety that I feel with the organization.
The facts are, roaches are everywhere in our environment, so what are you doing to keep them out of your home?
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Struggling with food insecurity can feel lonely, yet every community across America is affected by hunger, which is why our Kroger associates work together to rescue nutritious food that would otherwise go to waste in an effort to donate 3 billion meals by 2025. Because we believe everyone should have access to fresh, delicious food. Join the Kroger Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation to defeat hunger and eliminate food waste.
I've used R.S. Andrews 15 years, purchased 2 heating and air systems, so I rely on their technicians for service. I call, they come, it's fixed. And I appreciate Andrews' commitment. He gives it his all. That's how R.S. Andrews makes me smile.
Yikey wawa! Running out of hot water is one way your water heater cries out for help. Call R.S. Andrews. Get a water heater rejuvenation. Your water heater gets added life, you get more hot water. Another way R.S. Andrews makes you smile today.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. Electrify your career. The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office. Serve and protect through dedication, professionalism, and active cooperation with the community. Kroger. Boost by Kroger Plus. More savings, more benefits, a new level of membership. Gatorade, fuel tomorrow. And by Score Atlanta, your source for Georgia high school sports.
Welcome back, everybody. You see our score, 14-0. Number 1 Milton leading at Gainesville right now. A second touchdown pass in the quarter for Luke Nickel. And the Red Elephants desperately trying to cut into this deficit here.
That's what scares you, man. High-powered offense. You know, your possessions, you got to make them count. You got to get something going. You have to know you're going to win a shootout with Milton.
Alex Nover's last kickoff was a touchback. This one will be as well. And with that, the Red Elephants will come back here on offense. Something to watch for Gainesville, a storyline to pay attention to, is what's going to happen for them here at right tackle, where you've got a Tyler Ford, sophomore, big, impressive sophomore. You're talking about a guy who checks in at 6'5", 325 pounds. Also been a little banged up here. He is actually not in the game right now. It was going to be a game-time decision, not currently playing. Bryson Sturdivant, a junior, much smaller, 6 foot, 211 pounds. He's actually playing right tackle right now in place of Ford, who, over the course of the next couple of years, expects to be a major college prospect. So let's watch the right side of this Gainesville offense with that in mind here today. Jeremiah Ware going to catch a pass here on first down, but going to be wrapped up immediately. A.J. Benton, the linebacker, among those to get in there and wrap him up right away, as well as Ty Redmond, the Tennessee commit, the defensive back.
Man, I saw them this spring, and I was so impressed with Ty Redmond, number 8. He's a 6'2 corner, legit 6'2 with some length. And you see him close, get off blocks. Listen, I know they're trying to go sideline to sideline. They're going to go north-south against a team like this. They're going to have to be able to run the ball, and they're going to have to work the middle of the field because these two corners and the speed on the outside for Milton, it's hard to deal with.
Yeah, for some context,
I like
they
this
set up
play.
the screen, getting the running back, Carmelo Bird, involved here. Big gain for Bird up near the 28-yard line. Pick up about 11 on that screen play.
Yeah, I like that. Let the aggression kind of work against them a little bit. You were 2nd and 13. Now you're about 3rd, 3.5, 3rd and 4. But you're not going to make a lot of hay going sideline to sideline against Milton, and they tackle well.
5th catch of the season for Bird. This one makes it 3rd and 3 now coming up. Red Elephants need a first down conversion here right now.
Yeah, they need a first down right here. Let's see if they come back to that play they had earlier. Maybe they flip-flop this formation. It was a flat route based off bootleg. It was open quick.
Man goes in motion. Hughley rolls right. Now going to throw back middle of the field. Trying to get Taz Smith involved. And he makes the catch at the 40-yard line into Milton territory.
Man, what a catch by Taz Smith. Man, you talking about going and getting one when they really needed it. 3rd and 3. They take a shot, Brandon. And number 2 goes and gets this ball. Watch him attack it right here. Hit that extra gear and reach out. Great coverage. It's a perfect ball, but you got to finish that off. And number 2, Taz Smith, with a huge play for Gainesville.
Quick strike to Jeremiah Ware right after that. Picks up yardage on first down, and all of a sudden, here comes Gainesville. Red Elephants on the move right now.
Look how quick they're trying to go, and they get a timeout. Somebody's going to call a timeout.
Sideline warning against Milton.
So if you're Josh Nibbler, are you going to like that?
I don't know.
Warning?
I don't. Just to put the brakes on you.
Yeah, it slows down that offense. That's very interesting. And by the way, you get a chance to see right there the Florida State coach Mike Norvell here to watch his committed wide receiver C.J. Wiley, assuming among others as well.
Oh yeah, there's enough prospects in here to make it worth your time.
Now going back to Bird here, who picks up big, hard yards inside the 30. Down to near the 27.
And before anybody asks either one of us, on Georgia's off week, Kirby Smart was watching Milton play as well. So
that's exactly right.
You don't have to text me and Brandon. We can assure you there's an answer for that. This is Florida State's off week.
I have to confess, I love the drama. Obviously, Wiley visits Georgia last week. Now Norvell sees him in person.
Yeah.
For those of us who've been following this stuff our whole lives, this is the stuff we live for, right?
No doubt. I got a job.
Yeah, I mean, wherever these guys end up, obviously, we just can't. I mean, I don't apologize for this. I can't get enough of the drama. Very, very fun every single year. And Wiley's certainly a prospect worth finding of. Yep. 3:27 to go. First quarter. Hughley again, this time trying to connect with Shane King. He had him and probably just put it a little beyond his reach there.
Man, everybody in America and every NFL team right now is running this late tight end release in the middle. Gainesville tried it right there. It had him open for a minute. But that is the hot play in the country right now, is that late release by your tight end. Just missed him.
Second down now after the incompletion. Tight end slides over to the right side of the formation. Orbit motion coming here there as well. That's going to be Ware. Ware trying to make something happen in space. Going to be tackled right away, though. Mekhi Jones, 3-star Duke commit, wraps up, cuffed him and stuffed him right there at the 27.
Tell you what, man, they close so quick. And, Brandon, the first thing I'm noticing about Milton is they don't miss tackles, man. When they get a hand on your jersey, you're going to the ground.
So third down here. Gainesville has moved it, but they're in danger of stalling out.
This has got to be the 3rd and 11. You got to go for it here down 14-0.
Empty backfield. Hughley going to take the chance to run, and he's going to slide for a first down. Heads up play by the sophomore.
Going to be on the spot, and they on the spot. Yes, good job. Love the play call, man. Open, wide open, design quarterback draw. blocked the middle linebacker. 59 does a great job for Gainesville.
That's Sturdivant in for Tyler Ford.
He gets it. He gets a body on the middle linebacker, number 7, and that was the only man there to stop that.
Hughley's also not a big running quarterback, just his 22nd rushing attempt of the season, so that was a little bit of a rarity for him. Tight end shifts around again on first down. Got a hand to Bird. Bird going to be wrapped up there in the backfield. Gage Lawrence, the junior defensive end, comes up to make the stop.
I tell you, man. Just the normal football nerd in me, Gainesville has motion every play. Yeah. Every play, they're stressing you on strengths and calls. Flip-flop a tight end. Short motion on a wide receiver. Running back, motion out of the backfield to empty.
Who's that putting more pressure on? The center to identify the defense, the quarterback to identify?
I think the defense to identify the strength once it's to flip, once you have motion. Look at there, motion again.
That time it's Jeremiah Ware going out to the left side. He'll become a slot over there. Hughley, though, looking right. Going to have some green grass and some time. Now makes a pass rusher miss. Not going to throw to the end zone into double coverage. Taz Smith incomplete.
I'm still okay with that. He gave every ounce of opportunity for that play. Good job that time by Milton on coverage. But Hughley being able to move outside the pocket, off schedule, breaks one tackle right here, still gives his guy a shot, and just throws it the back of the end zone. Either his guy's going to get it or it's out of bounds. I have no problem with that. Even though it brings up 3rd and 9, you live for the next play.
And what I love about Taz Smith is he gave himself a chance.
He gave himself a chance, man.
You know,
I like to. We've seen this second time we've seen him.
All right, so Rusty called it before, perhaps 2-down territory. We'll see what they do on 3rd down to set him up for that. Sergio Ruiz becomes kind of a sniffer there on the left side. Ware goes in motion again. He takes the handoff, looking for a block. Going to get something here, cross the 15-yard line. So maybe that was a setup to go for it on 4th down. Jeremiah Ware, the wide receiver, coming over to take the handoff.
Yeah, I think Josh Nelbert knows you're not going to be. Are he going to take a field goal? Early in the game, will take points, or they go in heavy set?
Looks like Francisco Johnson's going to run out here. Johnson is 3 of 4 on field goals this year, the junior.
Yeah, 4th and 4, try to come away with something.
If you want to get crazy here, Hughley will be the holder, although I doubt this is going to be a fake. This will be 31 yards to get some points after a couple of explosives from Milton. The hold is down. The kick by Johnson will be good, and Niblett's decision to take some points works out well. It's now 14-3, and what was incredible momentum for Milton on the road to begin the game has been upended, at least momentarily. We'll watch our Breda Pest Management score ticker roll on tonight. Keep your eyes for scores coming from Valdosta hosting Colquitt County. Colquitt fresh off an unbelievable thrilling win last week against Lowndes, and of course Valdosta and Todd Robinson continue to perform well. They very impressive last week against Camden. Speaking of that, gives us a chance to see our rankings here, brought to you by Deer Park. Carrollton, that beat Gainesville earlier this season, still on top in 6A. 5A, Milton, the team we're watching tonight. You see Gainesville checking in at number 5. Keep in mind that both these teams in this Region 7 also have number 8 Roswell to deal with here before it's all said and done there as well.
I'll tell you what, Brandon, now I don't know the brackets and I don't know how it lays out, but I asked both coaches, if you were to lose this game and you were to finish second, how tough is the bracket? And they said, Rusty, nobody in this region wants to be number 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but both of them said you don't want to be number 2 out of this region, so that tells you
it's very interesting.
This is an important football game.
Deer Park, of course, brings that to you. And listen, you know, when you look at the region that has both Gainesville, Milton, and Roswell, and Lanier was a second-round playoff team a year ago, rivaled perhaps only by that region kind of in the middle part of the state that also stretches down to Leesburg, where Lee County, and, you know, you have 2 regions in 5A as deep as almost anything here in the Southeast. And you see Milton getting a chance to return the ball there across the 25-yard line. Pile still being moved here, but they're going to say the forward progress was already handled there. And that's going to bring the Eagles back on offense again. Kevin Maven Winchester was the return man that time. See the Gainesville starters on defense here. Tony Mejia in the middle. That's a former offensive lineman transitioned to the defensive side. Julius Columbus, that's a Duke commit. That's a Power 4 guy. Xavier Griffin, we told you about, junior on his way to USC. But as a high school player, Caden Fossing, who lines up next to him, he may be just about as good.
Yes.
And a couple of cornerbacks that maybe don't get a ton of attention necessarily. Elijah Watson, Judah Knight. We thought they both played pretty well against two very good receivers from Westlake earlier this season.
Yep.
Nickel will pass again from an empty backfield. Now going to roll right. Pretty much just try to get rid of that. Smart play from him. Saves himself for second down.
Fossing, 92. We were here 2 years ago when he was a freshman. He got inserted into the game because of injury. Now he's a junior. See 92 there. I bet he weighed 180 as a freshman. Now 6'3", 6'3 and a half, 205, 210 pound off the edge, number 92. Expect him to kind of stock up, as you would say, in recruiting and continue to trend up with his offers and attention.
This was a Gainesville team that played for a state championship in Josh Niblett's first year coming over from Hoover. Last year, though, upset in the state semifinals. Hand off to Lester. He's going to be slammed down right there. Brandon Bailey, who had a great game last week, picks that up as well here with a tackle for loss for the Red Elephants, his 7th of the season. And with that, our first quarter will come to a close. So the scoreboard says Milton, the momentum feels like it's wearing big red. Anybody's ball game as we roll into the second quarter. Stay with us here on the Peachtree Sports Network.
Your home for live local high school football is Peachtree Sports Network. Don't miss the action every Friday night, only on PSN. Over the air on 17.2, on cable, and streaming on YouTube TV and Fubo. High school football on PSN is sponsored by Ingles.
Any slow zipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Now get any size soft drink or Southern style sweet tea for just $1, only in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
At Matthews Kia of Cartersville, we got you covered. And we're not just talking about our free warranty forever that covers your new Kia's engine, transmission, drive assembly, and parts and labor for life. When you buy from Matthews, your family, we're always there for you, answering your questions, working within your budget, and providing you the service that keeps you safe and secure, just like family should. So click, call, or visit today. Find your forever car and join the family at Matthews Kia of Cartersville. We got you covered.
Angel Flight is looking for donations for essential goods and flying them directly to areas impacted by Hurricane Helene. Go to angelflightsoars.org for more info. Angel Flight, where hope soars.
You're watching Peachtree Sports Network, your home for live local sports.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Second quarter action about to get underway here. Milton leading Gainesville 14-3. This is a top matchup nationally. Milton ranked number 3 by Max Preps nationally. Number 1 in the state of Georgia, now in the 5A classification, defending state champs in the former top classification, which was 7A. Gainesville, traditional power, ranked number 5 in our Score Atlanta rankings here this week. Milton has the football to begin the second quarter. Tackle for loss on Gainesville in the previous play. Pressure coming again. Miami commit throws off balance into coverage and is intercepted. Running back the other way for Gainesville, that's Trent Jones inside the 25-yard line. Rare mistake for Nickel, and Gainesville takes advantage.
We got a flag post-interception. Unless they call it pass interference. Man, Wiley took a shot, too. After the play, watch a receiver peel back. Yeah, I believe they might get Wiley. I mean, they might get him on pass interference on Wiley. He couldn't get his hands up.
And as Rusty said, inconsequential to the play, but obviously serious for the player. Wiley also took a big shot there at the end.
He took a shot.
After the interception, personal foul, blindside block on the defensive team during the return.
Yep.
1st and 10 for Gainesville.
I believe that was on Wiley, but still, It's going to stand.
It's going to stand. The interception was there. Jones comes over to get it. The 5'11", 155-pound senior. Nickel, perhaps, just not quite set with his feet.
Yeah, couldn't get him. And they showed pressure and backed out of it, had a twist stunt up front. And you got to do things like that because he's seen it all before. They showed pressure. Two backers dropped back.
6th interception of the season for Luke Nickel.
Trusted his arm a little too much there, but like you said, Brandon, just didn't get his feet set. Cambridge, man, what a
story they are.
They are rolling. They are rolling.
Body type-wise, personality-wise, maybe very different. But does Luke Nickel remind you a little bit of Jeremy Hiklinski from Walton last year in the fact that he's a guy who's played a million snaps, not afraid to throw the ball anywhere, and just feels really confident, maybe at that particular time almost too confident?
Yeah, I think the confident part is, but really like football-wise, body-wise, accuracy-wise, so much of Jake Fromm. I mean, so much of Jake Fromm. But, man, Hiklinski would throw it anytime, anywhere. I mean, this guy was fantastic to watch. Sometimes you live and die by that.
That's right. And in that particular case,
yes,
Milton took the other side of that. Of course, for those who are not aware, Hiklinski was the quarterback at Walton a year ago. That's who Milton beat in last year's 7A state championship game.
Took a huge shot in the state championship game.
Yeah, Hayden Chimini came over and laid that big hit there. Here comes Hughley again for Gainesville. Suddenly the Red Elephants feeling pretty good about themselves. It's going to be a wide open catch by Ware. And Ware's going to run inside the 10, inside the 5. And it's a touchdown for Gainesville. Jeremiah Ware, his 7th of the season.
Brandon, you said it before we went to the commercial. It felt like Gainesville had some momentum. Great job, Hughley here, getting off his spot. Eyes down the field, throws on a run. Perfect pass to a wide open Jeremiah Ware. And Gainesville is right back in this game.
Electrifying play in the half, brought to you by England and Stubbs. And this City Park Stadium here is electrified. So Francisco Johnson going to try the PAT, but flag comes in before he gets a chance to.
False start. Kicking team, 5-yard penalty. Untimed down for the try.
So I want to be really honest with you here for a moment. This place was fit to be tied to begin the game. So much energy, so much excitement. Yes. It's a gigantic stadium. Is making a lot of noise. Milton marched down and scored so quickly.
Two easy touchdowns.
You almost kind of wondered, is that going to take the air out of the balloon before the game really begins? Credit to Gainesville on the field for fighting all the way back. Now make it 14-10. And credit for this Red Elephant fan base for getting right back into it.
Yes.
As Rusty said, Hughley, the sophomore quarterback, he has still not flinched. Y'all, this has got the makings of a really good one here tonight. So make sure you stay with us.
Hey, does it matter if this leaks?
It don't matter to me. Can't see it from my house.
Illegal use of hands and proper training.
GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com has 14 different highly skilled trades with tuition-free training in our certified apprenticeship programs to train you the right way. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
What happens after you graduate? Will you go to the next level?
Welcome back, everyone. Brandon Adams, Rusty Manziel. Kaylee Manziel's got our host position taken care of tonight. Milton leads 14-10. It's really been kind of a tale of not even quite 2 quarters because it's almost a few minutes worth of Milton dominance. And then after that, Gainesville's fought its way back here, and both teams have had some big shots. Both teams have had some big scores, and you get the impression this may be 48 minutes of football here tonight between two of the best in the 5A classification.
Speed of the game, man. How much faster these two teams are than what you usually see. The depth of both teams. Great coaches. Right now, been very impressed with this sophomore quarterback, Kareem Hughley from Gainesville. Being able to extend plays, eyes down the field.
Francisco Johnson will kick it off for Gainesville. Kevin Maven Winchester will be the deep man for the Eagles, assuming that Johnson doesn't reach the end zone. Just underway second quarter here. Johnson will be returnable for Maven Winchester at the 4. Looking for a block, gets one, but then wrapped up quickly. Aggressive special teams tackle by the Red Elephants, and that'll bring Milton back on the field again offensively.
See if Milton tries to get Lester going a little bit. Seemed like they had some early success, took a couple chunk plays, couple of easy explosives. But they kind of feed off this running back, T.J. Lester, the Eastern Kentucky commit. He gets them going. See if they get back to the run game here a little bit.
You know who believes that more than anybody else is Josh Niblett. Talked to Niblett this week. He says, we have to win the box. People overlook their run game because of how explosive the passing attack is. But if we don't win in the box, then we've got no chance here tonight stopping Lester when he does run it. A lot of shifting and movement now from Milton, including the tight end Gee, the Auburn commit, on the left side. Here is Lester looking for a block. Going to drive some hard yards across the 25 up near the 27.
I believe that was Maven Winchester, but they're still going back to the run game here a little bit, and that doesn't surprise me. Calm down, kind of move the chains a little bit, settle back in after that interception, and Gainesville scored. Let's reestablish the line of scrimmage with the run game a little bit.
High snap for Nickel. As Rusty said, Maven Winchester in there again. Going to be wrapped up right there at the 30. That's going to be short of the line to gain. And that's going to bring up third down here now coming up.
I believe that was Shane King for Gainesville.
In on the defensive side.
Yes. So that tells you the importance of tonight. Everybody's playing both ways, but it looked like he had it. And King comes in to make the tackle to keep it to 3rd and 2.
King is a Troy commit. Plays wide receiver on offense, but probably a tight end the next level. And speaking of tight ends, Ryan Gee, the Auburn commit, comes in late, becomes a second tight end. Wiley goes in motion, sort of an orbit for him. Nickel going to keep it himself here. Going to be wrapped up, but he's going to be right at the line. I believe he's got it by like a half yard, and he does.
Yeah, just design quarterback counter. 3rd and 2. See the Yep, they gave it to him. Yep, first down.
Ball now rests at the 34. 2 tight end look again for Milton. So Nickel dropped the snap. A fight for the football. I believe Lester fell on it. But for a moment, that was anyone's football to grab, and a Gainesville player had his shot.
He had a shot at it. Man, this is kind of uncharacteristic for Milton. Okay, you got to have that one, and they're lucky to get that ball back.
Yeah, it's Brandon Bailey who had a big play earlier on a tackle for loss. Almost recovered a fumble right there. Now 2nd and 13 after a loss yardage play. A couple of deep safeties here for Gainesville. They'll respect the speed of the Milton pass catchers. Nickel looking left, now throwing left. It's going to be a pass drop. Tristan Payne had a touchdown earlier, but he missed that one right in the breadbasket.
Boy, that was a big league throw. Climb the box, keep your eyes down the field, throw across the hash, hits him in the hands and drops it.
And now it's 3rd down. All of a sudden it feels like it's Milton who needs to make the play. After a couple of minutes ago, everybody in red thought it was Gainesville who needed that.
See North Cobb up on Rockmart. That's a huge region game up in Northwest Georgia. 2027 quarterback Teddy Gerard. If you don't know him at North Cobb Christian, know him. He'll be at Georgia tomorrow on a visit. It's off to a very good sophomore season.
2 tight end look again for Milton. Nickel buying time. Now rolling left. Now going to throw it off balance. Trying to hit Payne. Is he in bounds over there? No, it's incomplete.
A late flag, I believe.
Late flag way back in the backfield here. That's near where Nickel was. I don't know if that means Nickel took a late hit. We'll have to see.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Oh, my goodness.
Defense. Automatic first down from the previous spot.
Xavier Griffin.
Yeah, they're going to get Griffin for it. Hard to tell. I mean, It was in the corner of our screen right there.
Man, they went max protect, two-man route. Good job by Gainesville. Had both of those guys double covered. He kept nickel, contained enough, and then have that happen to you.
So keep this in mind. Gainesville fans will tell you, the thing that plagued them in a game that was close against Carrollton on the road against number 1 in 7A, or 6A now, number 1 in 6A, penalties. Penalties turned a close game into a big margin of victory for the Trojans. That's a big penalty right there to keep a Milton drive alive. Screen here to the wide receiver, wrapped up right away. Great play by Trent Jones. He's got to pick an interception, and then right there he also steps up, makes a nice tackle. Flags come in as well.
See the grass field, man. I walked that field before the game. My goodness, that's perfect.
It's sharp.
It is
it's
perfect.
Sharp.
Don't see it much anymore, which is crazy, Brandon.
Illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield against the offense. That penalty's declined. Second down.
Yeah, a lot of folks here around City Park and Bobby Gruen Field take a lot of pride in that for their football team. Over to Ivy Watson with the baseball team plays. Very much the same type of thing.
Huge region game there. North Oconee and Eastside, 21-14 in the third quarter.
Undefeated Eastside. Both teams undefeated coming into the night. Buster Faulkner's son, the quarterback for North Oconee. Of course, a lot of folks are aware of that. Nickel will throw again. Quick strike. Sideline. It's Ethan Barbour. And he's going to run down the sideline. And the Georgia commit scores again. His second touchdown of the night. This one from 45 yards.
Great throw in that window, and Barbour does the rest.
I don't think Georgia fans realize what a good athlete this is.
He gets overrated. I mean, he gets underrated, to be honest with you. I don't think he gets enough attention. I know he doesn't care, but this guy is athletic. And the two guys they got coming in this class, Elias Williams and Ethan Barbour, they're going to add to that room quickly.
Because Williams is such, and you saw a penalty there. We're going to see what the ruling here is on this. Because Williams is such a unique athletic specimen,
yes,
I think he gets attention that probably taken away from Barbour. But the truth is, when you watch the way that he's been used in this Milton offense, he's essentially a wide receiver.
Yes.
It's allowed them to do much different stuff with C.J. Wiley. It gets Gee involved as a more traditional tight end.
Yeah, they attach Gee to the line of scrimmage. He's attached to the end.
And when you talk about a guy like Barbour at 6'3", 235, I don't know how defensive back, a cornerback, is supposed to guard him. He's just too big.
Play, unsportsmanlike conduct against the white. 15-yard penalty. Enforced on the kickoff.
Brandon, go back to that penalty.
That's right.
3 plays later, they score.
That's right. That is a very big penalty in this game.
It was change of possession penalty. They were going to punt the ball on 4th and 13. 3 plays later, you're back down 11.
To go back to the Carrollton game for a moment, the game that Gainesville lost, Josh Newbert said our lesson learned from that is we've got to control our emotions. Griffin's playing hard, but it turns into a penalty. It results in a Milton score. Highlights coming fast and furious right now.
Hey, does it matter if this leaks?
It don't matter to me, can't see it from my house.
Illegal use of hands and proper training.
GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com has 14 different highly skilled trades with tuition free training in our certified apprenticeship programs to train you the right way. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
What happens after you graduate? Will you go to the next level? Will people have your back in the heat of the battle? Will you still train like a champion in pursuit of greatness? You will when you become an IBEW electrician.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Milton 21-10, that's our score. Brandon Adams, Rusty Manziel here. A lot of excitement. Ethan Barbour, the Georgia commit, has 2 touchdowns already for the Eagles. They're leading on the road here in what is a just an absolute palace of a new state. Like what Gainesville has done here.
Ooh, man.
You know, you think about the renovations, obviously adding an indoor practice facility a couple of years ago, and that's super impressive, which is located on the school campus, which, for folks who are unaware, not connected to where the stadium is located, just a couple of miles down the road here.
If you follow me on X, go to X. It's Rusty Mansell _ shameless plug, and go look at the tweet I put out on the suites.
It's really, really something.
That's high school, man. That's high school.
Nover will kick it. It's going to be short because of the penalty. Creates an opportunity for a return there. Up across the 30. That's Taz Smith.
You see him change the ball to his outside shoulder at the end. Just little things like that means you're well coached.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we thought in a game against Westlake where you got a receiver going to Tennessee, another receiver on the side of him, that's essentially a major college prospect there as well. In terms of just generic eye test, Taz Smith, the Gainesville receiver, was about as explosive as anybody we saw in that game.
No doubt.
This is going back a few weeks ago here
Very impressed.
On the Peachtree Sports Network.
See the coverage at the top, 1-on-1 for the Tennessee commit.
That'll be fun to watch. That's Smith against Dylan Lewis, one of 2 Tennessee commits. Now Ware goes in motion to the right side. That's going to be an incomplete pass. They're going to say it's a forward pass and not a lateral, which, as you know, would have been a live football.
I love this play here.
Good call. Lawson Estes, the junior defensive back, was all over that. That's a guy to watch here. Seems like his recruiting star may be on the rise a little bit, checking in at 6'3", 175 pounds.
I love everything Gainesville's got going on, but they got to go back to the G on the helmet.
Yeah,
that
I do sort of miss the old school Gainesville helmet. I will kind of admit that. Hughley rolling right, pressure coming his way, just does get rid of it. A.J. Benton, a Campbell committed linebacker, was chasing him down aggressively.
Caleb Ellis there, number 50 as well. Georgia Southern commit, number 50.
Third and 10 now. Milton will put 2 linemen hand in the ground, 2 other pass rushers. They may have jumped. You can feel the emotion here. We've got penalties on both sides.
I talked to Ben Reeves on the field before the game. I'm going to let the referee make the call here, but I had time to spend some time with Milton head coach Ben Reeves a little bit. And he said, Rusty, our kids are excited to get back to kind of that sudden death feel. Like we need this right now.
Prior to snap, false start. Offense, 5-yard penalty.
And he
remains third down.
He said they had that against Buford and they had that against American Heritage.
Right.
He said all week we've had that kind of, this is very, very important football game. He said, I think our kids thrive off that.
So I wonder in the psyche of a player, and Milton, one of those teams that will play anybody anywhere. As Rusty said, they travel down to Plantation to play American Heritage, a power program in Florida.
Yep.
But you know the stake. If you're a player, you've got to know the stakes are low. The competition level is high, but the stakes are low.
Yes.
This is a situation where, obviously, if you lose this game, you're really behind the 8 ball in the region. Very different situation. Hughley going to miss a attempt to connect with his running back there, Carmelo Bird. Not able to hold on to that, or over his head, better said. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they to your point, these kids know. I mean, they the minute this schedule came out, this was one of those 1 or 2. I guarantee you, if you're Milton, there's about 1 or 2 or 3 games you knew what.
It takes passion, hustle, grit. And it only works if you do. It's The Dream. And the only place to find it is on Peachtree TV, where your Atlanta dream takes on the basketball world. Where the dream becomes a reality. Where the dream is the other team's worst nightmare. Only on Atlanta's own Peachtree TV.
Any slow zipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Now get any size soft drink or Southern style sweet tea for just $1, only in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Why would you buy life insurance from anyone else when Senior Life gives you all your money back? It's simple. When other companies say they save you a percentage of your money, Senior Life says we give it all back. That's right. With return of premium life insurance from Senior Life, we don't save you a percentage of your money, we give it all back, 100%. It works like this. If you pass away while you're insured, your loved ones get a check for the coverage amount you chose. But if you're still living at the end of the term, you get back all the money you paid, guaranteed. Spend it any way you wish. While others may talk about saving you money, Senior Life is the only one giving it all back. Return of premium term life insurance gives you protection if you need it and 100% cash back if you don't. Get all your money back with return of premium life insurance from Senior Life. Call the number on your screen now for free information. You have no obligation. Call now.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Pass complete to number 88, Grant Avalon. Jamarcus Sims forces out of bounds. Brings up third down for the Eagles.
You will when you become an IBEW electrician. Join our
Pass intended for number 4, Wiley. Brings up fourth down for the Eagles. Back for Gainesville, number 14, Phillip Williams.
We're proud supporters of Gainesville High School Athletics. We wish the football team, all the athletes, a successful season. Keep chasing best. Climb 24. Go Big Red.
I guess we're in commercial break, I don't know. Oh, thanks. put him on in a second.
Fake punt, number 9, A.J. Benton. First down for the Eagles.
I don't know if he's cutting or not. That could be the only camera. No way of telling.
Pass complete to number 2, Tristan Payne. Number 8, Xavier Griffin on the stop. It's there.
I'm carrying the whole show right now. I don't know, probably. No, I'm getting your rate.
Sheet Metal Workers Local 85's apprenticeship is taking applications for a free tuition career in the sheet metal industry. No experience necessary to apply. Visit smart85.org.
Yeah, it's black. Hey, pull it up on your phone.
Gainesville High School baseball program
Okay.
has a fundraiser right now for Boston Butts. Find a baseball player or coach to buy a Boston Butt for Gainesville High School baseball. Pass broken up by number 15, Cash O'Callahan. Brings up 4th down for the Eagles. Pass complete to C.J. Riley. Flag on the play.
A little bit of a technical issue there. We apologize. Good game, though, does continue. Milton, number 1 in 5A, leading Gainesville. 21-10 here, 3:07 to go, second quarter of play.
Illegal motion on the offense. That penalty's declined. Gainesville takes over first down.
Gainesville just getting a stop on 4th down, and they needed it.
After a fake punt conversion by Milton on 4th and 3.
So Red Elephants get the football back here. The scoring has been of the explosive variety. Ethan Barbour, Georgia commits, got 2 touchdowns. Tristan Payne caught the other one for the Eagles. Luke Nichols thrown 3, also has an interception. On the Gainesville side, Jeremiah Ware had a long score. Hughley now throwing a strike slant pattern, middle of the field, making a man miss. Up to the 49-yard line, that's Taz Smith again. Excuse me, that is not Taz Smith.
Yes, it is. That's Taz Smith.
Okay, that is Taz Smith,
yeah,
yes.
It's hard to see that number. Yes, he is slippery, man. They fake the bubble, and he sidearm delivers that to Smith. Great job.
Shane King goes over to the right side of the formation. Hughley checks his sideline. Milton shows pressure. Pop pass, RPO, pass complete. That's going to be King at the 40.
And they want to go fast. They're on the ball as quick as they can get. Move the chains. They're in it.
They give him the 39.
.230 left in the half, clock running 21-10. As Brandon said earlier, Milton does get the ball to open the second half. At some point, they're going to take a shot up top. That is Tennessee commit Ty Redmond on Taz Smith. And you can see that's one-on-one at the top.
4 guys across the line for Milton. Hughley going to keep it. Has a big rush for a first down already today. This is a first down, and it's more. Hughley is going to score.
Wow.
39 yards for Hughley.
Goodness, he got out right there. Great read. When he got into open space, he was gone. Watch this mesh. In crashes. He keeps it. Watch the running right here. This gear right here as he runs away from the Milton defense.
I'm going to repeat something I said earlier. This is a different wrinkle for Gainesville offensively. Coming into tonight, Hughley only had 21 rushes all year long for just 51 yards and 2 rushing scores. He is not, at least based on his stat line, a major threat to run throughout the year. But he converted a first down earlier, and he got what might be the biggest play of the game thus far for Gainesville on a rushing touchdown right there. And the margin for Milton is just 4 now after scoring the game's first 14 points.
And Brandon, it goes to say, you go back to a penalty, they might be in the lead right now. But what an answer by Gainesville to come right back. 2 minutes, 1 second left. See what Milton does right here going into half, and see if they try to go 2 for 1 on this possession. Wow, what a night for Hughley.
Yeah, you know, we talk middle 8 in football a lot, terms made famous in the last few years by the analytics community, probably most popularized by Dabo Swinney, the Clemson coach, who seems to talk about it publicly more than anybody else. A little bit of an opportunity for that for Milton here, as Rusty said. A 2-minute drive to finish the half, the opening possession to begin the third quarter 2. So you've got to play the possession game here. Milton going to sneak extra guy up near the front. Now shifting things back around. Francisco Johnson will kick it. His kicks tonight have been returnable for Kevin Maven Winchester. We'll see if this one is as well. It will be. Maven Winchester receiving it at the 3, looking for a block, will not get it, brought down shy of the 20-yard line. Gainesville swarms to the football.
I tell you one thing, Gainesville's kickoff team covers, and they are physical when they get to you.
Sophomore Zachary Ingram, one of the guys who got in on that. .154 to go here. We do not have a 2-minute warning, by the way, in high school football. We're the only level of the sport now that it doesn't.
Oh, man, that's another whole discussion. that a flag in the middle of the field, or is that just somebody's towel? Referee standing on must be a towel.
I think that C.J. Wiley's also wearing kind of a very sort of neon-looking cleat, too. That's going to be sort of problematic from the flag perspective, too. Gainesville defender runs on late.
They got some confusion on coverage.
Yeah, Nichols going to hand it to Lester, though. Lester grinding hard yards across the 25 up to the 26. He got like 7 on that play.
Yeah, they had some confusion there and got a Milton. Is that Fossing, 92 down?
Yeah, Gainesville defender is down. I didn't see the number.
It's 92.
But
Caden Fossing.
If it is Fossing, obviously that's an important piece, the junior defensive end, a guy we've been watching play for Gainesville for quite some time. While the injured Gainesville player is tended to, let me also give a shout out to our friends at Breda Pest Management, because they know your house inside and out with a customized treatment plan that stops any bugs and critters. Breda does it right, protecting the inside and the outside of your home, because it's the bugs on the inside of your house, those are the ones that you really want gone. So find out more today. It's Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. Happy to have you here. Our Breda Pest Management score ticker rolls underneath all throughout the night here as well. Colquitt County going to Valdosta game we're watching. Colquitt won a thriller last week against Lowndes on a last-second field goal. Valdosta's been very impressive here this year. Our Piedmont injury report, our Northside Hospital injury report, going to show you Caden Fossing able to walk off on his own power. You certainly appreciate that. Hopefully he's okay. Second and 4 now with 91 seconds to go in the half. Gainesville showed pressure, backed out, one deep safety for the Red Elephants. Running play right side, trying to get the sideline, paying the price for doing so. Gainesville flies to that football. And a big stop and a big hit made by Jamarcus Sims, sophomore defensive back, just 5'11", 150. But he got every single bit of that going in one direction.
My goodness, they are flying the ball both sides. This is a physical football game, Brandon.
76 seconds now.
You call timeout if this is incomplete if I'm Gainesville.
You sure do. 3rd and 4. Fascinating moment, late stages of the first half. 2 deep safeties for Gainesville now. Nickel looking left, stepping up, throwing middle of the field. C.J. Wiley's there, and it's broken up. Clyde Jones, senior safety, forced the incompletion, and that brings up 4th down. Wiley couldn't haul it in.
And he floated that one just a little bit. When you got a guy crossing, you want to hit him in the chest. Let's see where this ball hits him. He had to go up a little bit in coverage with people. You want to hit your wide receiver able to cover himself up. Tough shot there. He took another lick. Good job. Clock stops, Brandon. Minute 10 left. Gainesville's going to have a shot to take the lead before the half is over with.
Phillip Williams will be the punt returner, but
wow.
I believe that Milton has forced Gainesville to jump. It was Barbour, the protector, personal protector for the punter, jumped up and snapped as if he was going to run a fake. Milton did fake a punt on 4th down their previous possession. And the initial indication they may have drawn Gainesville off sides, although there is a deliberation about that right now.
They're asking about the snap, I believe, the clap of the hands.
But the offensive player can simulate the snap count. Creates the defense that can't do that, right?
Correct.
Now, was Barbour moving forward when the ball was snapped?
Yeah, they're definitely discussing this a good bit.
False start. Offensive team. 5-yard penalty.
Because he moved forward?
That's what obviously, what it initially looked to me was he was very aggressive in trying to draw Gainesville off sides. It worked, but he may have been moving forward. Let's see this again.
It was a false start. Offensive team. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
From that, I don't think that's what it was.
I didn't see it there. Now,
I don't know if it was movement on the left side maybe, but I thought they might would have gotten Barbour for moving forward on the snap, but that replay's not, that doesn't appear to be the case.
Coach Reeves he's not happy. He wants to talk to the white hat.
And in a game that's had about everything, all of a sudden Gainesville is a punt away from a possession to take the lead to end the half. And that is not where a lot of the Red Elephant fans probably thought they'd be 3 minutes into this football game.
Prior to the snap, unsportsmanlike conduct charged to the bench of Milton. Half the distance to the goal, remains 4th down.
So they're also going to get Milton for a personal foul, which has to be for arguing. Obviously, Ben Reeves still getting his word in there.
He is still coming in for the white hat.
So
Number 2.
apologies for the technical difficulties, but fireworks happening on the field. Gainesville forces a 4th down. Milton upset by what they thought was a penalty on Gainesville that would have given Milton a first. Referees disagreed. Milton forced a punt. Gainesville just using some trickery on its punt return to set himself up in great field position with under a minute to go in the half, but there are flags down. This last couple of minutes has had a little bit of everything.
Ooh, catch your breath. End around on a punt return. A little reverse.
So it's Brandon Adams, Rusty Manziel. 21-17 is our score. Just under a minute to go in the first half.
And reminder here, Brandon, Gainesville has all 3 timeouts left.
2 fouls on the play during the return. Holding on a return team. 10 yards from the end of the run. After the play. Personal foul on a return team. 15 yards. First down, Gainesville.
Both teams are really amped up.
They really are.
Both teams are really amped up, and that's going to be a speech at halftime, I guarantee, about both coaches. You have to settle in. These penalties are hurting each team.
And that a response to what happened a moment ago, where not only was Milton penalized for a false start on what they thought was them drawing Gainesville offsides, Bench also got a 15-yard penalty too for what we presume was arguing on the initial penalty, and now it's Gainesville who gets a different kind of personal foul, but a 15-yard penalty nonetheless, plus a block in the back. So Gainesville's got the firepower to score here with ease. Ball rests at the 44. Ware will be the slot receiver. He's got a touchdown already today. Now he goes in motion. Dylan Lewis has the coverage there on that side. Handoff goes to Byrne. Instead, the football came free. It's going to be a fight for the football at the 48, and Milton has it. It was recovered by Lawson Estes, the junior. And Hayden Tumminia again comes in there and makes it happen.
Watch 7 rake this ball out. Look at this. Look at that. Punch that ball out. Good job by the senior.
Ben Reese saying this week that Hayden Tumminia is the ultimate Milton Eagle. One of those junior feeder players who's been in the program the entire time, which is obviously a rarity in this day and age, it seems like, for high school football.
Yep.
And if he was 2 inches taller, he'd be a major recruit with every program in America. But obviously checks in at 5'11", and yet he's the leading tackler. He's the kind of the alpha vocal leader, and he just made a gigantic play for the Eagles right there.
See if they take a shot up top here.
They struck quick to begin the half. Well, they strike quick to end it. Nickel throwing sideline. It's caught. That's the slot receiver once again there at the 40-yard line, Tristan Payne. He's been a big part of the offense tonight.
Working the boundary 2 minute. They got one timeout left, so you got to think they're going to be sideline to sideline with some of these throws. They go in the middle of the field, chances are they may have to burn a timeout.
Got 8 on first down. 4 receivers now. Nickel looks short side of the field. Wide open. It's Barbour again, and Barbour is down to the 16-yard line.
Same play they scored on earlier, Brandon. Exact same play. This time, Gainesville gets him down, but you see that little shoulder fake to get the eyes of Gainesville's defensive backs. Nice job by Nickel.
Big body of Barbour. I don't know how you guard it. Nickel throwing again. Pass caught, but not much in the way of a gain. In fact, it may have lost a yard. Tristan Payne.
Milton may have
Clock
to take a
ticking
timeout.
here. They're going to have to hurry. Under 15 seconds now. Does Nickel realize that? Going to take a snap. Pressure coming. Nickel off his back foot to the end zone. Fight for the football, and it's incomplete. C.J. Wiley couldn't hold on. Elijah Watson had the coverage.
Good job there by the Gainesville defensive back, just finishing through the ball, keeps Wiley from being able to close it.
Yeah, these Gainesville corners are not super big, but that's a pretty competitive snap right there with a very good receiver in Wiley. That's going to force Milton now to try a field goal. Alex Snover will come on.
Niblett's going to call timeout. Coach Niblett's going to call timeout right now.
And Niblett's going to call it to ice it. 5.5 seconds. Nover has made his only 2 field goal attempts of the season. This one's going to be from 30 yards.
Illegal formation. Offensive team, 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
So interestingly, before Niblett called the timeout, Milton gets penalized. I don't know that it's crucial. It turns a 30-yard kick into a 35.
Look at this first half going. Every play. He's going to call another one. He's got 3, so he's got 1 left.
And so he will call that again. Now, we saw, speaking of trickery, we saw trickery from Milton on special teams a moment ago on a fake punt. My guess is they're not faking a field goal, but just keep that in mind. And we'll see our Deer Park teams of the week here there as well. Commerce having a great year down in Single A.
Huge win last week over Rabun County. Running back Jaden Daniels up there. I think he had like 250 yards rushing, something insane. Huge win for Commerce last week on Ray Lamb Field.
Just down I-85, Jefferson represents 3A. America Sumter representing our 2A classification. Stars Mill, what a year they're having. Nice to see Rome bouncing back. Such a challenging start to the year for Rome.
Yes,
they're
big
playing
win.
really good football again.
Big win on the road over Villa Rica in the region. They've had a quarterback injury. They actually had a quarterback transfer.
They also came back from a deficit against Villa Rica too, right?
So, yes.
And then Colquitt County, we mentioned them getting the win over Lowndes. Also a little bit of a riding of the ship for the Packers after what was not probably their preferred start of the year. From 35 yards out, Nover's kick is no good.
Wow.
So the 5 yards may have made a difference. Gainesville is going to get out of here at a 4-point deficit, and they're going to be happy about that. Nover missed. We'll take a look and see.
Yep, just right.
Just off to the right. What a first half. Plenty of excitement still left to come.
The Mechanical Trades Institute is an opportunity towards personal financial freedom through hands-on and rewarding work. Our school is completely free and gives apprentices the knowledge and skills required to gain access to a lifelong career path. Apprentices learn pipe fitting, plumbing, mechanical service, and welding. They earn money as they learn and graduate with no student debt. Start a career with the Mechanical Trades Institute and change your financial future.
The Georgia Sheet Metal JETC equips apprentices with the knowledge and skills required to start a rewarding career in the sheet metal industry with programs in HVAC, industrial welding, and testing, adjusting, and balancing. Training is 100% free and allows apprentices to earn as they learn. Journeymen graduate with no student debt and have the potential to earn more than most college graduates. Visit our website to learn more about this opportunity at careersinsheetmetal.com.
Planting season is here, and it's time to get your yard looking its best. So treat your yard to the perfect touch from the professionals at Personal Touch Lawn Care. Mowing, maintenance, design, and construction. Personal Touch Lawn Care does it all.
If my yard is taken care of, it's one thing off my list that I don't have to worry about.
Sign up now for monthly maintenance and get the 12th month free.
Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Personal Touch Lawn Care, 770-908-1238 or online at ptlcatlanta.com.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt. I got it, Mom. It's a very nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future. Every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by the Atlanta Falcons. Rise up. The Georgia Elite Classic, Georgia's largest all-star games. Breda Pest Management, the official pest control of Atlanta. Personal Touch Lawn Care. The smallest details make the biggest difference. The Georgia Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors Association. CareersInSheetMetal.com. Building a solid future. And by R.S. Andrews. Story after story, we deliver smiles.
And welcome all to the halftime show brought to you by Sport Turf. I'm Kelly Mansell, and I'm joined by our BSN halftime guest, Jackie Labatt, a breast cancer survivor and also the founder of the Positively Pink Foundation. So, naturally, with it being October, everybody's wearing their pink tonight, but can you expand on the importance of this month and how it sheds light on breast cancer awareness?
Absolutely. I wish we had more than just 1 month because the importance of advocating for your health and early detection really does make a difference, especially when it comes to breast cancer. So October is a very special month for me because not only is it breast cancer awareness, I was diagnosed October 28th, 2 years ago. And it just happened to be the day after all the big events concluded. So I vowed once I got through my surgeries and my process and got on the mend that I would give back. And that's what I'm doing this year.
I was going to say, you are certainly giving back. I want to talk about your foundation. What's the mission and how do you educate people?
Yes, so the mission is to pay it forward. I was so fortunate and so blessed during my journey. As you know, my husband is the sheriff of Fulton County, and we made a decision to go public.
You're basically the first lady.
Basically, I love that. But I made a decision because it's so impactful. I had to pray about it, but it really is something that touches people's lives, and whether it's just sharing your story or providing resources and being able to put a foundation in place such as this to be able to provide grants and medical resources in terms of references and referrals, home care, paying the co-pays that people can't afford, or just kind of that gap in your wages when you have to take off from work. You know, I was very fortunate to be a stay-at-home wife and empty nester parent, so it was just, I was in such a fortunate and blessed position. I want others to be able to get through their journey, and I was able to find the positively pink lining, as I call it. People call it the silver lining, but in my case, keeping a positive outlook, I think, is what really helped me kind of overcome every hurdle that came my way. So I want to just spread that for others and be a positive influence, and so that you don't let the hard days win.
And I feel like one of the ways it's going to be spread is tomorrow you're having your Making Strides walk. Is that an event that people can still attend? Just give us some more information about it.
Yes. So the American Cancer Society will host the Making Strides walk at Atlantic Station, which is tomorrow. And the Fulton County Sheriff's Office will have a team. And I think you can still come on down there, join us at 9 a.m. tomorrow and walk. It's not necessarily a 5K. So even if you just want to take a nice brisk walk on this nice fall morning and support the cause, we'd love to see you out there.
What's your favorite part about the event?
My favorite part about the Making Strides is really the camaraderie, because in the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, it takes your whole family to support the law enforcement officers. And so we have family, friends, law enforcement staff, civilian staff, and those who've been impacted by breast cancer to come out and work and survive. Yeah.
So if there are people at home that maybe can't attend the event tomorrow, but they want to know more about your foundation and how they can get involved, where do they go?
Go to tppfoundation.org. You'll find out everything that we do. You'll be able to sign up to volunteer, to donate, and just to learn more about how to support each other through sometimes what can be the darkest point in their lives.
Ms. Lavette, you're certainly an inspiration, and I feel so fortunate that we got to have you on and hear your story
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
All right, guys, make sure to check out the website and stay right where you're at. We will be right back after this.
Any slow zipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Now get any size soft drink or Southern style sweet tea for just $1, only in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Why would you buy life insurance from anyone else when Senior Life gives you all your money back? It's simple. When other companies say they save you a percentage of your money, Senior Life says we give it all back. That's right. With return of premium life insurance from Senior Life, we don't save you a percentage of your money, we give it all back, 100%. It works like this. If you pass away while you're insured, your loved ones get a check for the coverage amount you chose. But if you're still living at the end of the term, you get back all the money you paid, guaranteed. Spend it any way you wish. While others may talk about saving you money, Senior Life is the only one giving it all back. Return of premium term life insurance gives you protection if you need it and 100% cash back if you don't. Get all your money back with return of premium life insurance from Senior Life. Call the number on your screen now for free information. You have no obligation. Call now.
I'm interested in trying these new weight loss shots, but I need it to be more affordable because my insurance doesn't cover it. I'm not sure which online provider to trust, and I want to ask a doctor a lot of questions.
The secret's out. At Henry Meds, our knowledgeable providers demystify compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient in brand name weight management meds. If you're eligible for treatment, your medication will be shipped to your door for just $297 a month. You can save thousands by using Henry Meds for weight management medication.
Angel Flight is looking for donations for essential goods and flying them directly to areas impacted by Hurricane Helene. Go to angelflightsoars.org for more info. Angel Flight, where hope soars. You're watching Peachtree Sports Network, your home for live local sports.
Welcome to Talking Trades. I'm Rut Walker with Union Up on behalf of GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com, and I am joined by Andy Sumter, who is the Executive Vice President and CEO of the Georgia Mechanical Contractors Association, or the Mechanical Contractors Association of Georgia.
That's correct. That's right. That's right.
So talk to me about what your role is in that position and what What all is encompassed in the mechanical trades?
Right. So we represent over 100 contractors. They're all in the state of Georgia. And, you know, we work with our local 72, our union. We're partnered with them. And we love what they do, and we negotiate with them. They provide us with labor. We work together to provide training for our people, whether it's journeymen or apprentices. So, you know, there's really a lot going on. We provide education, you know, constantly training project managers, apprentices, journeymen. You know, so you never stop learning in our industry, without a doubt.
And so all those contractors are all across those trades, plumbing contractors, pipe fitting, HVAC, et cetera.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about that a little bit, the different type of work.
So we do work all over Atlanta. You know, you see all the tower cranes downtown. You know, we're working in high rises. We've built, you know, Truist Park, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We're working at, you see all the headlines on data center work. We're all over the data centers, hospitals, the Choa Hospital there at North Druid Hills. You know, I mean, work all over.
2025 Queen candidate is Miss Amberly Ayala, escorted by her mother Daisy Velasquez. Amberly is a varsity football spirit cheerleader and captain of the softball and women's wrestling teams. She is student body secretary and officer of the National Honor.
Any slow sipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Now get any size soft drink or Southern style sweet tea for just $1, only in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
I'm Judge Hatchett, and I am here to tell you that when tragedy strikes, you need our experienced law firm.
Hiring the wrong attorney can get you a lower settlement than you deserve, and that's a fact.
That's why you need the Lions of Stewart Miller Simmons trial attorneys on your case.
If you or a loved one has suffered a personal injury or wrongful death,
call us at 404 Law Firm or smstrial.com.
Thanks for watching Georgia High School Heroes presented by Ingalls. I'm Chris Bainbridge, and we're counting down the best players of all time in Georgia high school football. This week, we go to Toombs County and Lyons High School, where a young man would star in baseball, football, basketball, and track. Mel Blount was known for his size, speed, and toughness on the field. His talents took him to Southern University and on to the NFL and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Considered one of the best cornerbacks to ever play the game, he revolutionized the position with his physical style of play and bump-and-run coverage. During his pro career, he amassed 57 interceptions, 5 Pro Bowl appearances, was named the NFL's most valuable defensive player, and garnered 4 Super Bowl rings, and a place in the NFL Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching Georgia High School Heroes, presented by Ingalls.
I take caring for my kitty very seriously. So when I found a health monitoring kitty litter, I had to meet the creator.
Oh, hi, kitten.
Please, I told you to call me Martha. This litter seriously stops odors, and it changes colors.
Smart and pretty, you could say.
You're going to make me blush. I love that it's lightweight, low dust, and delivers right to my doorstep.
Try it today. Go to prettylitter.com.
Welcome back to the Halftime Show, brought to you by Sports Surf. I'm Kaylee Mansell, and I am joined by the athletic director here at Gainesville, Adam Lindsay. Look, first I just have to give a shout-out to your stadium operations people, the fan experience here, from the music to the Jumbotron to the band, the way things are run here. You're doing it right in Gainesville.
Well, we certainly take pride in it. Our staff does an amazing job, David Presnell and his crew here at the stadium, with our brand new stadium here, which is pretty amazing. They do an amazing job. We want to really give people people a Division I experience when they come to a high school game. And with the new stadium, with the Jumbotron, with our crew that works up top, we think we do a pretty good job.
T1 experience might be an understatement. It's more like NFL here, but I do want to talk about the new stadium. Highly anticipated. This is only your third game played here. I want to go back to that first game that you got to be here. What was the excitement from the community like?
It was a huge excitement. We was probably one of our most attended games. People had been driving by for a while. You know, we're sitting down in a bowl. You can drive by and see what's going on, but nobody had been in the stadium, and they wanted to just get here early for the Elephant Walk, and people just walked around. Just, you know, the stadium is so tall and so majestic. People just wanted to come and see what would be happening.
I have been waiting to say this all night. No pun intended, but the elephant in the room is that it's homecoming here.
Yeah.
I know it's like a whole week-long celebration. What's the theme of homecoming? What's school been like this week?
It's certainly been hyped up a little bit, you know, between Pajama Day and they've started this thing where they do a anything but a book bag day, and you just never know what you're going to see coming down the hall. Little carts, golf carts. We had to tell them you can't bring your little brother to carry your books. But it's been fun. It's been fun.
Certainly. Well, we get to highlight football here, but I know you got a lot of other fall sports going on. So what's going on with your other fall sports? Just highlight some of those teams.
Yeah, so cross-country team's doing really well. They're progressing, looking forward to that sectional tournament. Volleyball qualified for the playoffs, so they've got that next week, making the trip over to Pope, which will be a pretty big task, but we're looking forward to it. So it's been a fun fall, and you know, last home game, and you're looking forward to the next couple of weeks.
I got to ask you about
my camera's still on, so I guess my words are double.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all of the candidates of the 2024 Homecoming Court a big round of applause.
Now you know my face. Did you know that we will come to you for service? Wait, yes? Yes. Okay, go for pit crew. Sorry, gotta go. Let's go! It's a band, dude. Let's go! JoJo too. Come on, let's go. Damn! What's up with the shirt? You know I used on a NASCAR thing, right? No, really. Brad Akins, NASCAR. Good look. Akins Ford, we come to you.
Sports Turf Company is proud to sponsor high school football in Georgia, recognized as a leader in athletic construction for more than 30 years. Sports Turf builds natural grass and artificial turf fields, running tracks and tennis courts. Please visit sportsturf.net. Hey football fans, ready to elevate your lawn to a masterpiece? Choose Personal Touch Lawn Care for unparalleled service and top-notch tools. Trust the experts at Personal Touch Lawn Care for all your landscaping needs. Visit our website or call us today to experience the difference. The Georgia Sheet Metal GHSA equips apprentices with the knowledge and skills needed to begin a rewarding career in the sheet metal industry with programs in commercial HVAC, industrial welding, testing, adjusting, and balancing. Learn more about free technical training with no student debt at our website, careersinsheetmetal.com. Again, careersinsheetmetal.com. The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office is hiring now with a sign-on bonus ranging from $3,200 to $5,400. That's probably $32,000 to $54,000. The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office sets a standard of excellence. We strive to serve every citizen equivalently with care and compassion. Apply today at GOGCSO.com. Ladies and gentlemen, you can be a sponsor for Gainesville High School baseball. We have a Boston Butt fundraiser at the end of December. Make sure to find a baseball player or coach or how you can buy one of the Boston Butts to help the baseball program here at Gainesville High School. Second half is coming up in just under a minute. Local scores of interest: Cherokee Bluff 38, Monroe area 24. Greater Atlanta Christian 23, North Hall 20 in the first quarter. Rainier Longhorns 35 over Johns Creek 21. Lumpkin County 64, Johnson Knights 14. Jefferson 49, East Hall 7. Chestatee 37, Pickens County 13. Flowery Branch 32 over Madison County 23. That's a final. Megan Winchester on the carry. Let's check the flags.
I guess I'm live. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'm not timed out. The screen did.
Ball spotted on the 6-yard line. 1st and 10 for Milton. Buster on the carry. Flag on the play.
I have no idea if we're even on right now.
Camera, if you're
I'm camera one.
Yeah.
I've been shooting like I'm live the whole time.
Kyle Jones on the stop for Gainesville. Let's check the flag.
I guess they see me. Okay, that's right. Still right. Yeah. He's up here. He's up here about 10 minutes.
All right, hello, everybody. It's Brandon Adams, Rusty Manziel. Third quarter getting underway here. Let me give you an idea of what's going on as Gainesville calls a timeout. Milton taking possession here. We're obviously having some technical difficulties. It's with our power generator on site. So what you're seeing tonight is a little bit of a toggling back and forth. When we have full power, we have the full broadcast. All of our cameras, obviously Rusty and me giving the play-by-play. And when
Intentional sponsors for Gainesville football: BGW Dental Group, Clipper Petroleum, Condition Air Systems, Culver's, Free Chapel, Gainesville First United Methodist Church, M&R Rental, Peach State Bank, Ready Life, and Windsor Wealth Management. Now the ad, Julius Columbus on the stop for Gainesville. Pass intended for number 4, C.J. Wilder. Pass complete to number 4, Wiley. First down for the Eagles at the 21-yard line. Lester, the ball carrier. Jamarcus Sims on the stop, brings up second down for the Eagles. Lester on the carry. Kylan Hall on the stop for Gainesville. First down at the 31-yard line. Flag on the play. Pass intended for number 1, Ethan Barber. Pass intended for number 1, Barber. It's there!
Slicking burgers last week. Violation, unsportsmanlike conduct, impersonating a craftsman.
When we do have issues, as you can see, still
not part-time. Instruction is a rewarding and lucrative career with advancement potential, but you have to do it the right way with the right training. Learn how you can be a pro. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
But obviously a great battle taking place here. So we'll keep you aware of all of that. And if we get full power back, we'll bring that to you as well. So 8:10 to go, third quarter of play.
Back for Gainesville, number 14, Philip Williams.
Milton going to be forced to punt. It's going to be a fake again. And for the second time tonight, Milton has faked a punt. And they're going to convert again. They got Gainesville on that near the end of the first half, and they'll get that right here as well. If you're curious, I'm now standing high atop Bobby Gruen Field.
First down for the Eagles
way up
on the
here.
45-yard line.
.740 to go. Fresh set of downs for the Eagles after the fake punt. Nickel will throw. That's going to be a pass caught middle of the field. That's Ethan Barbour again. Barbour's had a big night. The Georgia commit. This one gets into Red Elephant territory at the 43.
First down, Milton on the 42-yard line.
21-17 is the score. Eagles are driving. two receivers right side. The hand goes to Lester. Lester's got some room. Shakes off a tackler. Going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. 42 yards in the score.
21,
TJ Lester adds to the Milton lead. One of the things that Josh Niblett told us this week, how dangerous that Gainesville defense and how much attention they had to pay to Milton on the ground. For all you talk about Nickel, the Miami committed quarterback, Barbour, the Georgia committed wide receiver and tight end, C.J. Wiley, the Florida State commit, it's what Lester does at running back that makes that Eagles offense go. We saw that there. The big play on the ground. Once again set up by a second fake punt by Milton, both working to perfection. If you're just joining us, a little bit of a makeshift broadcast for us. Generator issues have created some technical difficulties. It's got me on the roof here, City Park, Bobby Gruen Field. We're limited in our camera availability, I believe, as well. But we are watching a terrific football game. Dover will kick off again. This one will be a touchback, and that'll give Gainesville the football again with 7:08 to go, third quarter of play. Of course, Gainesville High School should be commended for its hospitality, really rolling out the red carpet for us, and a huge contingent of media on hand, both broadcast and print. We also had an appearance earlier. You may have seen that. Florida State coach Mike Norvell flew his helicopter in, or a helicopter that he was renting like most coaches do. He's gone now. Hughley will throw on first down. That's going to be incomplete. Jeremiah Ware could not hold on. He was open, had a chance, but it is incomplete. Lawson Estes had the coverage. That'll bring up second down. Gainesville ranked number 5 in the 5A classification according to our Score Atlanta rankings. Milton is number 1, reigning state champs in the highest class. Moved down, though, to 5A because of the reclassification. They were at 7A a year ago. 7A, obviously, as you know, disappeared. And now Milton plays in the 5A class. Kareem Hughley, just a sophomore. Flag comes in. Let's see if we can get the call here.
Any slow zipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Now get any size soft drink or Southern style sweet tea for just $1, only in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Why would you buy life insurance from anyone else when Senior Life gives you all your money back? It's simple. When other companies say they save you a percentage of your money, Senior Life says we give it all back. That's right. With return of premium life insurance from Senior Life, we don't save you a percentage of your money, we give it all back, 100%. It works like this. If you pass away while you're insured, your loved ones get a check for the coverage amount you chose. But if you're still living at the end of the term, you get back all the money you paid, guaranteed. Spend it any way you wish. While others may talk about saving you money, Senior Life is the only one giving it all back. Return of premium term life insurance gives you protection if you need it and 100% cash back if you don't. Get all your money back with return of premium life insurance from Senior Life. Call the number on your screen now for free information. You have no obligation. Call now.
NetCredit is here to say yes to a personal loan or line of credit, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. Go to netcredit.com. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
Angel Flight is looking for donations for essential goods and flying them directly to areas impacted by Hurricane Helene. Go to angelflightsoars.org for more info. Angel Flight, where hope soars.
You're watching Peachtree Sports Network, your home for live local sports.
7:04 to go, third quarter of play. 28-17 is our score. Milton leads. Gainesville has the football here. Looking at a second and 10 situation. Hughley, the sophomore quarterback, sees a man go in motion. Going to hand to Bird. Bird trying to get outside. Going to be driven out of bounds there. The 23-yard line. Got about 3 on that second down carry. That brings up third down. Third about 7 now coming up. Clock ticks, 6:45 and counting in our third period. The lead is 11 for Milton after the Lester touchdown run the previous possession. A power generator issue on site here locally has sent me to the roof and prevented us from our normal broadcast. Milton shows pressure on third down. Coming after Hughley. He gets rid of it to Bird. Bird, though, on a screenplay, going to be wrapped up, and he's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. That'll bring up fourth down. Good job by Milton corralling that. Hayden Tomini, the linebacker, had it snuffed out well. That'll bring up fourth down. It'll be fourth and about 2, 5:50 to go here. Taz Smith comes on to punt for Gainesville. Fair catch called there at the 44. Eagles get it back, leading 28-17. That was one of the Tennessee commits, Dylan Lewis, in as the punt returner.
Fair catch at the 45-yard line.
Eagles will huddle. And by huddle, I mean the entire offensive unit, not just the 11 players in the field. They're along the sideline. Now they come back in. Of course, this is a Milton offensive line. Led on the left side by Braden Jacobs, a Clemson commit. Handoff to Lester. Lester scored on his previous touch. A 43-yard touchdown run.
21, Lester on the carry.
5:28 to go, third quarter. 28-17 is our score. Milton leads.
Darren Williams on the stop for Gainesville brings up second down for Milton.
Kevin Maven Winchester checks back in at running back. Milton shows you 3 receivers. It'll be C.J. Wiley, Florida State commit, on the bottom of your screen. He's been relatively quiet tonight. Nickel throwing left side instead. Big hit to Tristan Payne. It was incomplete.
Pass broken up by number 21, Clyde Jones.
That's going to bring up third down. 5:02 remaining third quarter. Third and about 6.
Get on your feet. It's
Red Elephants looking for a third down stop. Nickel will stare at 3 receivers to his left. Lester, the running back, slides over now to his left. It'll be Wiley by himself on the right side. Looks like man coverage down there with Watson on him. Throwing left is Nickel. And when they've needed to do something tonight, it's been Ethan Barbour over and over again. A couple of touchdowns.
Pass complete to number 1, Barber.
A big completion in addition to that, and he moves the chains right there. That big body so hard to defend. And with coming on 4:50 in our third quarter, Milton moves it again. Milton a year ago was a playoff path that took them through Colquitt County, Grayson, and Walton along the way to a state championship. They're no stranger to tough competition. Obviously, Gainesville providing that in the region here tonight. Nickel going to throw deep, trying to get C.J. Wiley involved. but a little too far for him. Judah Knight had the coverage, but that pass was too far out in front for Wiley to do anything with it, and that'll bring up second down. Obviously, we know what Milton's playing for this year, a chance at a back-to-back state championship. Milton's had state championship success, never won in back-to-back years. That's a motivating force for Coach Ben Reeves here this year. On second down, pressure coming, pass deflected. Tried to throw it to C.J. Wiley in traffic. Gainesville defender broke that one up. I believe that was Trent Jones, the same safety who had a big interception earlier in the game.
Big Red Nation, get on your feet.
It's third down again. 4:22 to go, third quarter to play. 28-17. It's been Ethan Barbour every time tonight in these situations. He is on the left side of the formation, the field side, if you will. Boundary side, I should say. Nickel shakes free. Now buys himself some time. He'll have to run. Spins again. Finally goes down. They're going to say out to 36. That's going to be short of the line to make by about 4 yards. And fourth down is going to be coming up here. Milton this time will keep its offense in the field. They've successfully faked 2 punts already tonight. Gainesville players also down with injury here.
Down for the Eagles.
That's Brandon Bailey, a defensive lineman. He's had a nice night and has been really coming into his own as of late for this Red Elephant team. A 6-foot, 215-pound senior. 28 tackles, 6 tackles for loss coming into the year. It'll be 10-2 here right now.
We interrupt with breaking news.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
A chaotic chase involving a Gwinnett County transit bus.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Take a look, the road is washed out.
The all-new Local News Live streaming app. Search LNL on your TV, on your phone.
Step out of the way so you guys can get a better view.
Local News Live. Always streaming. Always free. Any slow zipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Now get any size soft drink or Southern style sweet tea for just $1, only in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I take caring for my kitty very seriously. So when I found a health monitoring kitty litter, I had to meet the creator.
Oh, hi, kitten.
Please, I told you to call me Martha. This litter seriously stops odors, and it changes colors.
Smart and pretty, you could say.
You're going to make me blush. I love that it's lightweight, low dust, and delivers right to my doorstep.
Try it today. Go to prettylitter.com.
Angel Flight is looking for donations for essential goods and flying them directly to areas impacted by Hurricane Helene. Go to angelflightsoars.org for more info. Angel Flight, where hope soars.
You're watching Peachtree Sports Network, your home for live local sports.
Clock now ticking third quarter. 28-17. It's fourth down, 4 yards to go. Nickel will throw, and he's connecting, and it's complete. Tristan Payne brings it home there. Another big fourth down conversion for Milton. One of the stories of the night, their ability to keep drives alive, and they've done it once again. Ball sits 27. Nickel, handoff to Lester. Lester dances across the 20, across the 15, still fighting down to the 10, inside the 10. Another big run for Lester, who's still on his feet. No whistle as of yet, still moving the pile, and he's going to score. What a show of strength for TJ Lester. A man-sized run if there ever was one. How about that? You kept thinking forward progress would stop, and it just never did. Lester gets his first score of the night. 34-17 is your score. Nover will try another PAT, and it's good. And let's be honest here. This is a Milton team that is known for high-powered passing attack offense. You've got a quarterback going to Miami, that's just the way it is. You've got a wide receiver going to Florida State, but it could also go anywhere, including taking a visit to Georgia last week. There's going to be an attention paid to what you do through the air. And Ben Reeves told us this week, it's just the nature of football fans. They gravitate towards that type of thing. It's just the way the game is watched. He says, listen, we are very strong at the kind of dirty job part of football. This is a defense that leads 5A in points allowed per game at fewer than 10 per game on the season. And Lester right there got as many gritty and grimy yards as you're ever going to see anybody get. And the Eagles may have just made as much of a statement drive as they made at any point this season. Taking a commanding lead here against Gainesville right now.
Ball be spotted on the 20-yard line. First down.
35-17 is the score. 2:45 left in the third quarter. Gainesville needs to make something happen here right now. You hear from Josh Niblett this week, the Gainesville coach. He really makes no secret about it. He wants to be where Milton is. He says, we've gotten big wins, need to get them more consistently, need to perform on the big stage the way that Milton has. Hughley to throw, middle of the field. That's going to be a pass caught.
Pass complete to
That's
number 2,
Taz Smith again. That one got at least 9. It's going to make it second. Actually, they're giving the full 10. And let them move the chains here. 2:34 to go, third quarter. Milton leads 35-17. Clock does tick. I'm reminding you of that because I, from this broadcast anyway, can see it. You can't. 4th down lineman for Milton. RPO for Gainesville. Really good coverage, but perhaps too good. The Tennessee commit Tyre Edmond thought he had himself a pass breakup. Officials apparently did not agree. Let's get the official word here. It does go against the Eagles. So with 2:19 here, Gainesville will get a first down at the 45. Knows the football rests just above the big G in the middle of this field. Pressure coming from Milton. Hughley avoids it, at least for now, and then down he goes. He is sacked. A.J. Benton, one of the linebackers coming up to celebrate there. Looked like Hayden Tominian might have been on that too.
Loss on the play brings up second down.
They lose a couple on that. Under 2 minutes, third quarter. 2nd and 12 now coming up. 3 receivers for Gainesville. RPO again. Quick strike to Jeremiah Ware complete into Eagle territory at the 35-yard line.
That's a red elephant. First down.
23 on the reception for Ware. Gainesville will change some personnel, including bringing Shane King in a receiver. Ware will limp off at least for now. Phillip Williams, a junior, in too. Williams 10 receptions on the season, but quiet tonight. Williams will go in motion. Hughley surveys the scene. Hughley looking to try to the fade ball. Taz Smith was there. Covered well, though. That's incomplete.
Number 2, Taz Smith, brings up second down for Gainesville.
Blanketed on that coverage. Great job by Dylan Lewis. One of 2 Tennessee commits in the secondary. We've got both Lewis and Ty Redmond going to Tennessee. Mekhi Jones is committed to Duke. This is a Milton defense that brings back 9 starters to begin the year off its state championship from a year ago. 63 seconds left in the third quarter. Milton leads by 18. Throwing, open, caught, inside the 5, down near the 1-yard line.
Hughley's pass complete to number 3, Shane King.
Shane King, the Troy commit, comes up with a big reception, and Gainesville is knocking on the door with 54.8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Red Elephants trail 35-17. In the red zone here. Brought to you by IBEW Local 613. Gainesville pack it tight. Offensively, handoff goes to Bird, whistle blows, flag down. Offsides is the call against Milton. It's first and goal now, by the way. 29.6 seconds left. 35-17 is the score. Clock will now move on the ready from the referee. Gainesville's got time to get off a play here before the end of the third quarter. They'll go up to the line, now make a big shift, and looks like Gainesville may have jumped. So after all of that, Hughley got under center as if it was going to be a quarterback sneak. But Gainesville jumped, I believe, on the right side of the formation. And that's going to back them up. Now 9 seconds to go, third quarter. Clock will tick, and I believe it's going to come to an end. It will, striking zeros. So here's the situation. Milton leads, 35-17. Gainesville has the football. Right at the goal line, trying to cut into this deficit. Should be a fun final 12 minutes. We'll bring it to you.
Any slow zipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Now get any size soft drink or Southern style sweet tea for just $1, only in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
So, you gonna play this week?
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 You gonna play this week? You gonna play this week?
You gonna play this week?
You gonna play this week?
And welcome to the Ingalls Game of the Week as the War Horses square off against the rival.
He's going in.
He's going in. Go, baby!
Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way. Nearly 1 in 4 U.S. consumers have been a victim of identity theft, even when they did all the right things to protect their personal information.
I did everything right, but an institution that had my data didn't, and now my identity's been stolen.
Banks, hospitals, employers, and other institutions all have your personal information too, and when they're exposed, careful monitoring of your accounts and credit won't be enough.
$110,000 of my hard-earned money
gone.
The stakes are high, and even if you take steps to protect your personal information, you're not the only one who has it. Only LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second, alerting you to the widest volume of threats. And if you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed. Plus, all LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds. Call now or go online and use promo code 35TV to save 35% off an annual plan for your first year.
Angel Flight is looking for donations for essential goods and flying them directly to areas impacted by Hurricane Helene. Go to angelflightsoars.org for more info. Angel Flight, where hope soars.
You're watching Peachtree Sports Network, your home for live local sports.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter about to get underway. Milton leads 35-17. If you're just joining us, we've got a power generator issue. That's meaning technical difficulties for us. We can't, obviously, right now present our normal broadcast. So I'm high atop the stadium, and I mean high atop. I feel like I'm 1,000 feet in the air here. No Rusty Mansell for the moment, but a really good football game rolling into the fourth quarter. Gainesville staring at a 35-17 deficit, but on first and goal after a penalty, trying to do something about that. It'll be Carmelo Bird on the carry. Bird may have gotten one there. Second and goal now coming up. Clock moving fourth quarter, heading towards 11:40. Knows the football will rest exactly on the 4-yard line. Gainesville will change some personnel here. Hughley, the sophomore quarterback, who's had an outstanding season, checks with his sideline. He'll have a sniffer off to his right. And now Josh Niblett's going to call timeout. Somebody on somewhere didn't like something about that, so Niblett has to call the timeout. They want to be extra sure here. Got to come away with a touchdown if you are Gainesville. This is the first meeting between these two teams since 1985. Red Elephants won back then in the era of Bobby Gruen, for whom this field is named, 12-0. All the previous meetings were all back in the 1980s. Of course, Milton, a very different type of program now than they were then, arguably among the best in the state, and frankly right now among the best in the entire country. Both these teams have very long region winning streaks. Obviously, this is the first time they've been in the same region. And another streak of note, Gainesville has never lost here at City Park during the Josh Niblett era. Red Elephants' only blemish on the season was a loss at 6A #1 Carrollton earlier this season. Milton hasn't lost at all. 11:07, fourth quarter, handoff, it's Bird. He's fighting, he's leaping, they're going to say he's short. Gainesville thought he extended the football across, officials don't agree, and now it's going to be third down coming up.
Carmelo Bird again on the carry.
Bird tried to extend the ball over the goal line.
Third down, 1 yard to go for the Gainesville Red Elephants.
Back at the 1. Hughley takes the snap. Milton meets him behind the line of scrimmage, but now it'll be Bird's turn for second effort. And it's a touchdown.
Touchdown!
It was T.J. Lester. On the previous drive, that would not be denied, and now Bird returns the favor. Gainesville trails by 12. It's 35-23, but they'll kick the extra point here, trying to make it an 11-point game. If you're doing the math in your head, that's a field goal, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. If it's good, and it is, And so our brand new score is 35-24. We've got nearly 70 combined points, explosive plays on both sides. It is everything you thought it would be, and it's not over yet.
Did you know that Ingles sells more organics than any other store? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Did you know that they have more local craft beer than any place else? Or that they have Energy Smart stores? Or that they professionally slice and package imported cheese from Europe? Did you know about their giant international aisle, local farm partnerships, curbside pickup, wine department? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Your home for live local high school football is Peachtree Sports Network. Don't miss the action every Friday night, only on PSN. Over the air on 17.2, on cable, and streaming on YouTube TV and Fubo. High school football on PSN is sponsored by McDonald's.
I'm Judge Hatchett, and I am here to tell you that when tragedy strikes, you need our experienced law firm.
Hiring the wrong attorney can get you a lower settlement than you deserve, and that's a fact.
That's why you need the Lions of Stewart Miller Simmons trial attorneys on your case.
If you or a loved one has suffered a personal injury or wrongful death,
call us at 404 Law Firm or smstrial.com.
Imagine being free from the pain normal exercise can cause. Introducing the Teeter Free Step.
It's smooth, it's comfortable. Instead of sitting in my favorite chair, now I'm sitting on Free Step. I can watch TV. Before I know it, the show's over and I just got a great workout without even thinking about it.
The Free Step engages both the upper and lower body, boosting calorie burn by more than 17% and distributing muscle exertion so your workout feels easier.
I can get a full body workout and not be in pain while I'm doing it.
Go to tryfreestep.com now.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need. Are you or a loved one between the ages of 50 to 80 years old? If you are younger than 80 years old, do you receive Social Security, disability, or Medicare? If you answered yes, you may qualify for $30,000 in funeral insurance for only pennies a day. The average funeral costs around $11,000, and Social Security only pays $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the balance. Call now to see if you qualify for $30,000 in funeral expense coverage from Senior Legacy Life. Your rate will never increase, your benefits will never decrease, and there is no medical exam, even if you have a pre-existing disease or illness. Don't be a financial burden to your family. Lock in your rate by completing an application over the phone right now. Will you qualify for funeral insurance up to $30,000 for only pennies a day? Find out by calling Senior Legacy Life.
Call 1-800-500-7723. That's 1-800-500-7723. 1-800-500-7723.
Rusty Mansell back here as we're in the fourth quarter. 10 minutes, 28 seconds to go. Milton 35, Gainesville 24. Big drive there by Gainesville to get this back to 11. What an answer by Gainesville. Had to use a few extra plays there. Probably used up more time than they wanted to. We'll see here as they kick off to Milton if they can get a defensive stop. You like to think of 10-28, your timeouts left. Normally, if nothing crazy happens, probably minimum 2-3 possessions offensively. So plenty of time for Gainesville. Got to have stops, down 11. And it has been a sloppy game. We got another flag. Looks like it's going to be offsides on Gainesville. And that's one thing that head coach Josh Nibler is going to go back and look at penalties. It has been a penalty night for the Gainesville Red Elephants. Couple of costly, one change of possession penalty, roughing the passer in the first half. Milton scores 3 plays later on that one in particular, but a lot of stuff to clean up on tape. Still a fourth quarter to play here. 10-28, Milton 35, Gainesville 24. As we still have plenty of time here left in the fourth. My man Brandon Adams, what a job. He was old school with a mic on the roof. He's coming back down, and we should be good to go.
It's going to be returnable right there at the goal line. Heads up play to pick it up. And now looking for a block. Flag comes in. I believe this return is going to be negated, although it does continue. but the flag's going to bring it and bring it all back, I believe. So good to be back with Rusty again. I'm going to tell you right now, up there on the top of the roof where I just was,
you can see Sanford Stadium?
I can see the past from up there. I know people don't care. They just want to see the game.
My goodness.
But I can promise you, I was 1,000 feet in the air. It's like being stuck on a Ferris wheel. I was so afraid.
Yeah. But a big drive there, big answer by Gainesville to get it right back. 2-possession game, 11 points, 10-16 to go here in the fourth.
Well, I was dying to hear your opinion, too, because talk about a grown man run from Lester on the score.
My goodness.
And then Bird essentially came back and sort of answered it in his own way for Gainesville. Not as long of a run, but hard yards on the ground became the story after some explosive passing plays kind of dominated the first half.
Penalties all night. I mean, this has been, for two well-coached teams, athletes all over the place, been a lot of penalties tonight, especially on special teams.
So after the return, ball rests at the 37, and it just feels good to be back indoors again. 10-16 to go, fourth quarter of play. Gainesville trailing 35-24. Milton has the football up 11. High snap over Nichols' head. Finally gets it to his running back Lester, but he's going to be wrapped up immediately by a host of Red Elephants there on that play.
I don't know if you can see, but back at 53, his back pad is blinking. It almost looks like.
So I think what that is metallic, and I think it's shining with the lights. I believe that's the case. Kind of like your old BMX bike when you were a kid or something like that.
We're talking about my Schwinn now. I peaked, I think.
2nd and 13 now.
Yeah, that's reflection. That is crazy.
9:39 in the game. Trips on the right for Milton. Nickel going to run left. Takes a big hit right away.
What a play.
Got smacked on that.
Jamarcus Sims, I believe.
Yeah,
20.
it was Sims.
You talking about closing the alley. He was the one man unblocked. And he comes up and fills it. Nice play, brings up 3rd and 7. And Brandon, if you're going to win this football game with 9:12 to go, you got to have a stop right here. You got to get the ball back. Cannot allow them to, number one, score, but number two, continue to eat clock.
And it's been the story. Milton's ability to move the chains. A couple of fake punts. Big throws, a lot of those going to Ethan Barbour. Barbour now, though, kind of a sniffer on the right side. Gee, the other tight end attached to the left. Nickel rolling right. Now throwing, beautiful connection down the sideline. Making a move inside the 3. Milton moves the chains again. And a nice catch by Tristan Payne. What a night Payne has had. A touchdown and some big catches.
Man, they got him one-on-one in a simple out route, and he rolled right, and Nickel hit him on the money. They got the matchup they wanted, and Nickel delivered for a huge 3rd down conversion.
1st and goal here now. That's a drive reminiscent of a top team in the state and a defending state champion. Nickel going to hand. Fighting again. Can he move the pile again? And he did. He scored in the same manner again. Just will not be denied. How about that for the Eagles? 41-24.
Man, you look at that play. What an answer by Milton. That's a championship answer by a team that knows how to win a football game. But on the Gainesville side, you get 3rd and 3, and you got to have a stop, unable to do it.
The Lester story is so well known by so many, but worth telling again. TJ, the running back, his brother Tristan, a starter on defense. The sons of Tim Lester, the former Pittsburgh Steeler fullback who passed away tragically in 2021. And one of the things that Ben Reeves says, as is popular with a lot of football teams, players standing up and explaining their why, talking about why they play the game.
Oh, yeah.
Very clear. The memory of their father motivates them.
No question.
And what an emotional moment to see Lester getting across the goal line once again there. Milton looks great on the road right now.
Dang, where you get this car?
You need to join the union.
The yo-yo?
Absolutely. And she can get 10 of these.
Union construction workers earn the highest wages with the best benefits and the most protection in the construction industry. Find your career in construction. Go to GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com and start your future today.
What happens after you graduate? Will you go to the next level? Will people have your back in the heat of the battle? Will you still train like a champion in pursuit of greatness? You will when you become an IBEW electrician. Join our team. Visit IBEW613.org.
We celebrate the athletes, the buzzer beaters, the record breakers, the wins. Now, it's time to celebrate the people behind it all. The advice givers, the community shapers, the game changers, the life changers. It's time to celebrate our coaches. Join all of us at BSN Sports and show your coach some love by sharing their story with #ThankYouCoach.
Great teams are committed, focused on the details, and work hard to be their best. From practice to games, right down to their gear. Your field is a critical part of the game that allows your athletes to showcase their abilities. Sports Turf is committed to bringing your team innovative sports surfaces with unparalleled performance. You bring the vision, our team brings it to life.
I've used R.S. Andrews 15 years, purchased 2 heating and air systems, so I rely on their technicians for service. I call, they come, it's fixed. And I appreciate Andrews' commitment. He gives it his all. That's how R.S. Andrews makes me smile.
Yikey wawa! Running out of hot water is one way your water heater cries out for help. Call R.S. Andrews. Get a water heater rejuvenation. Your water heater gets added life, you get more hot water. Another way R.S. Andrews makes you smile today.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by Gordo's Fiesta Every Day, Northside Hospital, your source of strength, the Mechanical Trades Institute, the best kept secret everyone should know about, Dog Nation. Visit DogNation.com for the latest Georgia team news and recruiting information. Georgia Match. Claim your spot at a Georgia college today by visiting gafutures.org. And by Georgia High School Sports Daily. Live at noon Monday through Friday on the Peachtree Sports Network and Atlanta News First app.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Brand new score. It's 42-24, 8:15 to go, fourth quarter. Second rushing touchdown of the night for T.J. Lester a moment ago. That's the story here for now. Alex Nover's kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Kick results in a touchback. First attempt for Gainesville on the 20-yard line.
Now trailing by 18. Gainesville's got to get busy fast to give themselves a chance. But with a quick strike offense like this, if anybody could, Red Elephants would at least have
some opportunities. I tell you now, we all know about Milton, so nothing surprises you. They're super talented, well coached. They are a championship team. The story of the night, I'm going to walk away with, is this sophomore quarterback, Kareem Hughley.
He's really played well.
He is. I'm telling you now, I had no idea that he brought this to the table. He's a young sophomore, throws the football. He's got a great arm. Showed us a run game tonight we weren't really aware of. He's had some great plays tonight. I say that, and he fumbles. Try not to jinx my man, but I have been impressed with him.
You fell back on it, yeah.
I've been impressed with him tonight.
I have been as well. Of course, long-time great tradition at quarterback for Gainesville. Deshaun Watson won a state championship here before going to Clemson. Blake Sims was an Alabama quarterback that led them to the college football playoff, and he was obviously at Gainesville as well.
A young man 2 years ago went to state championship. I cannot remember his name, but he was a really good high school quarterback, and I apologize for
Baxter
that.
Wright?
Baxter Wright.
Yeah.
That's why you get paid the big money, B. That's big money answers right there, buddy.
Hughley setting up a screen here. Incomplete. Pretty good coverage that time as well for Caleb Ellis, who's kind of running step for step with Carmelo Bird that time. Ellis, of course, on his way to Georgia Southern. Milton is going to be very difficult to beat.
The thing about Milton is not only are they talented and not only are they well coached, that's one of the most confident football teams you're going to be around because they know how to win games.
It's unusual to bring this much back from a state championship
and then
team.
you add two pieces now, Barbour and Braden Jacobs. You add two power forward, but they still had enough to win the 6A state championship, the 7A state championship last year. And then you add those two pieces to it.
7:33.
Get rid of it.
Gonna have to hurry. Pressure comes.
I believe that's going to be
Billy Wyvoda, the outside linebacker, was giving chase. Wyvoda's had a great year. If it is a safety, it'll be his 5th sack of the season, but it's not.
And they are dragging the coaches off the sideline from Milton. They wanted a safety.
Yeah.
And I believe it probably, if we had instant replay on that, I believe it probably would have been, but
instead it's going to be Taz Smith on to punt. So it's interesting. You talk about how Milton stacks up. I joked with Ben Reeves this week, who's a great coach and a terrific guy, really fun to talk to. Taz Smith is such a good football player. That's a beautiful ball.
What a baller.
Like old school punt, pass, and kick.
Baller.
Like how good would he be? Like
he probably can putt, pitch, and drive.
Yeah, exactly. But in talking to Ben Reeves here this week, Milton felt like they should have gotten a return on that. I'm not quite sure why, but in talking to Ben Reeves this week, I asked him, I said, okay, so a lot of attention has been made about the fact that you're the reigning state champs in the highest classification, and you move down. I'll finish my story.
I got a thought on them in the bracket.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back and talk more about that and show you more fourth quarter action here from Bobby Gruen Field, City Park in Gainesville on Peachtree Sports Network.
Journeyman with Local 85, when you turn out, you can be hitting 6 figures.
Hey, I have your back, you have my back, we're going to do this together. We're one for all for one.
College just wasn't for me. Let's look into actual career jobs that wouldn't take college, where I wouldn't, lose money and all that. Instead of losing a lot more money at the end, why not make money and make more money at the end?
Are you interested in becoming a deputy or a jailer? The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office is hiring and looking for individuals passionate about protecting and serving their community. If you are 18 years or older, join our team by visiting GHSA.com for more information. Gwinnett County, together we can make a difference.
Customer service is everything in our industry, and one thing our clients love is when they call Breda, they get a live representative. At Breda, you get the attention you need and deserve right when you call in. Your appointment gets scheduled right then and there, and you get a specific time, no window of arrival. Our staff are your neighbors. They know what's going on in your community, and they're invested in doing it better.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Struggling with food insecurity can feel lonely, yet every community across America is affected by hunger, which is why our Kroger associates work together to rescue nutritious food that would otherwise go to waste in an effort to donate 3 billion meals by 2025. Because we believe everyone should have access to fresh, delicious food. Join the Kroger Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation to defeat hunger and eliminate food waste.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt. I got it, Mom. It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future. Every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
The drive for the GHSA state title is presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Transform your future today.
Before we get back to live action with Milton leading 42-24, let me say hello to my friends at Breda Pest Management, who invite you to switch your termite protection to Breda Pest Management, and your rate can be locked in for 10 years. If live termites are ever found, Breda's going to retreat, fix the damage, and honor the rest of your contract, all for free. Breda, they handle bugs and critters. 7:15 to go, fourth quarter. Milton leads 42-24 with the football. To finish the point we were making a moment ago, as the Eagles continue their march here, and Lester again, I mean, he just picks them up and puts them down, just churning yards across the 40, down near around the 37. There's also a Milton player down.
That's the young man with a reflective back pad.
Looks like he's okay. But the point we were making earlier, so I asked Ben Reeves, I said a lot of those attention was made, this is the Milton coach, about you guys dropping down a classification, which is mostly done for sports other than football. I said, how did you feel, though, when you found out you're going to 5A, but you're in the same region with Gainesville and Roswell and Lanier, a team that was in the second round of the playoffs a year ago? He said, listen, after I saw that, I wanted to go back to 6A, the highest classification.
Yeah.
Because he said that he believes that the 5A classification will be every bit as difficult to win this year, every bit as deep as 6A. And I don't believe that's coach speak. I think that you and I would say the exact same thing, that the 5A classification is just as tough as 6A.
There's zero doubt in that. I'm talking about the top 10, 11 teams have a chance. And I'll say this. To beat Milton, in my opinion, you're going to have what I call a talent equalizer.
Yeah.
Either a dynamic quarterback or a dynamic player. And I'm telling you right now, Osmani Croma, the running back at Lee County, is a problem. He just committed to Georgia this week, but I'm telling you right now, he is somebody that can make a game in a playoff situation a lot more difficult because he gets better as the game goes on. And Milton hasn't faced anybody like him yet.
How about Nickel calling his own
play.
number on the keeper down to the 15-yard line? Picks up 18 on that carry.
That's the underrated part of his game, too, now.
He is athletic.
Is he fleet of foot? No. But he has enough to make you have to respect him in the run game. And when you see that on him, that's a 200-pound kid now getting up the field. And that's enough as a defensive coordinator. You have to account for him in the run game in preparation. He's not just sitting on a spot.
Your point about Lee County a moment ago is so good because Usmani Croma is the kind of guy. We've seen him go 200-plus yards against major competition.
Wait till you see what he did tonight.
Against Coffee tonight. I have not seen anything.
It's unreal, the runs he had tonight. Some of the craziest runs I've seen.
Of course, our friends in Coffee have been through so much.
Yes, Coach Coe and those guys, still don't have power there.
Yeah. That region is, very similar to this one, if not even tougher. It's almost like laughably tough when you see on the former state champions that are in the same region together. And correct me if I'm wrong here, and maybe I am. I believe Lee County, in beating Coffee,
and beat Thomas County Central.
Yeah, that's two straight, 20-game winning streaks that they've kind of snapped here.
They beat two state champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's going to be a tougher region.
High snap for Nickel. Nickel gets it to Lester. Lester gets to the 10. Clock now ticking 4:16.
And listen, I don't know the bracket. I don't know what you're talking about. I think a late flag here. We've got a late flag on Gainesville, I believe. Yeah, it's definitely on them.
So, if you want to start looking ahead here a little bit, both these teams still have a date coming up with Roswell.
Yeah, another team.
For Milton, the game's going to be on November the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
For Gainesville, their game against Roswell is coming up on the 25th. So, that's a team that's ranked in the top 10 and is, a traditional power.
Always well coached.
Always well coached. I will confess, I haven't seen Roswell this year, so I don't know as much about them as I might in some years. How about the handoff going to Wiley there? Yeah. Blacks come in, and now you're going to have to separate some of the players. Perhaps a little bit of testing is sort of taking hold here.
I believe Gee got a chip block. Auburn commit. It's getting a little chippy here. I'll say this, that November the 1st weekend, There'll be a lot of decisions. Carrollton plays Douglas County. Prince Avenue is going to play Hebron Christian. Milton's going to play Roswell. There's a ton of big games around the state.
How do you feel like Prince and Hebron, how do you feel like they compare to Savannah Christian?
I really don't know, but I dug into some brackets this week. Don't laugh at me. I dug in some brackets this week with my Prince source. I can't say who that is right now. But interesting on that, because it's a 32-team bracket.
That's
in
right.
Private, so
Yeah.
it's not set up by regions.
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all in different quadrants. So those teams wouldn't meet till the semifinals, as opposed to meeting in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, using a form of power rating to handle the private schools here this year. Leicester going to be driven out of bounds.
So what you want, you just say that Savannah Christian wins the number 1 seed. You want to be number 2 because you'll be opposite of Savannah Christian all the way to the finals.
And the worst thing to do in broadcast, ask a question or know the answer to, but am I correct in understanding that if you are a 2 in your region, because the private schools are playing in a region with the other public schools, you'll also be slotted as a 2 for the playoffs. Is that correct?
Correct.
So whatever you are in your region, you'll be slotted that way for the playoffs, and obviously using a form of power ratings to handle it after that. I mean, I just barely understand any of this. If I'm being completely honest,
I agree.
I just barely understand any of
The
it.
best thing about it, and somebody don't text me if I'm wrong, there's 32 teams in there, and I believe there's only like 33 teams in that entire bracket.
Yeah, basically everybody makes
Everybody's
the playoff.
in.
It's going to be a good tournament, too.
It'll be a good tournament.
That bracket's a good tournament.
Yeah. It's interesting, too, because the semifinals, you won't play the state championship till 12 days later, because the state championship for single A private is on the last day.
You see Lester again on the carry.
Look at him run.
I mean, he's
Look
still
at this.
playing just as hard as ever down to the 4-yard line. And, of course, all of this, goes in with the announcement from the GHSA this week, the proposal of the competitive balance formula.
I don't go there tonight.
For the
enough time.
For the next round of realignment.
Well, I'll say this. It is confirmed from Georgia High School Football Daily, Todd Holcomb. It is school. It's not sport related.
Yeah,
so if your school goes up, everybody goes up.
That's right. It'll be in all sports. You see the standings here. Milton obviously looking to take the commanding lead, but Roswell's still a tough out for both these teams. And so, it becomes a Gainesville-Roswell battle for, if we assume that obviously Milton as the number 1 team, if we were to project them ahead, Gainesville-Roswell remains a big battle, and also Roswell hoping to have their say against Milton later on this season. As Lester just seeking contact down there. But yeah, the competitive balance, that's a
touch. Listen, I had to tell a couple coaches this week I have nothing to do with this. Okay, I don't know. I don't have an opinion. I don't know enough about it. I know Alabama uses it. I talked to Mike Johnson, who works for 1990 Game. Mike said he talked to a couple of his guys in Mobile that coach private in Alabama, and they said, man, we've had this for years, and we don't know how they figure it out. We just find out who's there and what we're playing.
So let me tell you what I'd love to do. I'd love to take a smart person who's a proponent for it, and I'd love to take a smart person who's a proponent against it, and just listen to them talk.
Yeah, get in a room.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about good natured. There's nothing wrong with like having a debate about something like that. I think it'd be an interesting conversation to be had.
A lot of discussion going to happen, and
oh no, there's going to be a lot of discussion.
There's going to be some discussion.
There's going to be a lot of discussion now.
Welcome to our new superintendent and.
Yeah, new executive director for the GHSA.
Dr. Hines is going to sit up on the lake and say, send me some cliff notes. And I'll tell you what I think I would have done.
We're sitting here at 33.2 seconds. While we have a moment here, let's also give a shout out to our friends at Gordo's Cheese Dip and the social media showcase that they're a part of each and every Friday here with us. When you snap a photo and use the hashtag Gordo's or the hashtag ScoreAtlanta, you're going to have a chance to be featured on air during next week's game. Of course, it's Fiesta every day when it comes to our friends at Gordo's Cheese Dip. And tonight, this start to what is a very busy football weekend for us. Rusty and I both keenly interested in what's going to happen in Athens tomorrow afternoon with Georgia and Mississippi State. But honestly, around that, Georgia fans obviously hoping for a fairly uneventful game against the other Bulldogs. We all are also looking at probably the most interesting college ball weekend of the entire year.
Listen,
big rivalry games.
After 2 weeks ago, every weekend's interesting. You just never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen anymore.
That's exactly right. It is a crazy season where it seems like there's more parity than we are used to seeing. And if Vanderbilt can beat Alabama, as Rusty said, anything can happen on a college football Saturday. Milton keeps starters in here at the end to kind of run out the final seconds. Lester looking for his third touchdown. And it's the same type of deal here, although this time he's going to come up just a little bit short. Clock now stops, 23.1 seconds there as well.
I'll tell you this, too. I mean, whatever seed Gainesville is in the bracket, nobody's going to want to play them.
Oh, exactly right.
Nobody's going to play them.
Exactly right.
So these two football teams are going to be well represented in that 5A. And, again, I brought it up, and I had like 8 texts. I turned my phone over. I had one person text me and said they watched Lee County tape this week, and Lee County's as good as anybody in 5A. Then I had a very respected friend of mine text me and said single A private bracket will only have 24 teams.
Okay.
So I don't know how all that's going to lay out. Again, I looked at the bracket. It said 32 teams. We'll play it out. But a lot of good teams in that single A private bracket that will be a 3A under basically bracket. Look forward to that playing out this year. I also look forward to the new single A lower teams. They're going to win state championships as they get into the brackets. Big win last week for Manchester. Manchester goes and beats defending state champion Bowden last week. Manchester without Justice Terry, they expect him back next week.
And, of course, clock runs out here. And speaking of big wins, Milton will get itself one, becoming the first team to come into Bobby Gruen Field City Park and get a win over these Gainesville Red Elephants. And number one, stay strong on top of the 5A classification. And we're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to come back and hear from a very happy Ben Reeves getting a win on the road here tonight. Stay with us. We'll be right back on the Peachtree Sports Network.
So when I got in the program, I was 18. At the time, I think the most appealing thing was, I could start out going to school and making money while I'm going to school. Not coming out in 4 or 5 years, $30,000, $40,000 in debt. That was the biggest attraction to this. I got in 3 days after graduation and hadn't looked back.
The Georgia Sheet Metal JATC provides apprentices with free training and careers that are stable and essential to the operation of the modern world. Both craft jobs and management positions offer lucrative pay with benefits as well as the stability of a growing industry. Skilled journeymen in the sheet metal industry are essential to our community now and in the future. Learn more about free technical training with no student debt at our website, careersinsheetmetal.com.
Planting season is here, and it's time to give your yard the perfect touch from the professionals at Personal Touch Lawn Care. Why Personal Touch? Courteous service, attention to detail, and a desire to give you the best lawn in your neighborhood.
They have the knowledge and skills to do anything that I would need.
Call now for a 25% discount on design and consultation services.
Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Personal Touch Lawn Care, 770-908-1238, or online at ptlcatlanta.com.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt. I got it, Mom. It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future. Every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
All right, everybody, in just a moment, we're going to get a chance to hear from Milton coach Ben Reeves, a victorious night for him here at Gainesville. But next week, the drive for the GHSA state title. Rusty, what a great win this is going to be.
After a 3-hour drive to Gainesville, they rewarded me with a 10-minute drive next week. Both teams undefeated. Northwest Georgia, 2 great football programs. It will be an unbelievable atmosphere at Cedartown next week. Excited for that one, Brandon.
And, of course, I'll be on assignment next week, so I will not be here with you, but look forward to being back again the following Friday night there. But it's going to be an outstanding game next week between Cartersville and Cedartown. Also a great performance tonight for Milton. Ben Reeves, the architect of the victory, stands by with Kaylee Mansell right now.
And here on the GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com tailgate show, it's time for our Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office winning head coach's interview. Coach, I'm watching you fourth quarter. I see you, lots of excitement, kind of run out onto the field. I think one of your assistant coaches had to hold you back. Talk about the emotions in the fourth quarter and how do you stay grounded in a game like this?
They started playing that song about the swag and the surf, and no, I'm joking. It was a highly emotional game on both sides, a lot of excitement. There was actually a special teams play, a first touch rule that I thought we could take advantage of. They blew the whistle. So, I asked the kids to empty their tanks on the field, and I'm going to do the same thing, and sometimes get a little too excited. But thankfully I got my brothers on the coaching staff pulling me back too.
Yeah, Swag Surf had you go in a full Kirk Cousins mode, I see.
Right.
All right, we got to talk about the fake punts. It was a hot topic in the press box. Is that something that you practiced and prepared for, or was that more like a game time decision?
Yeah, no, we practice. We run a fake punt, often. It's a numbers game. It's a physics game. Our kids know that we're just going to go for it. We're going to play to win. Defensively, they're fine if we don't get it. They're prepared to get on the field, sudden change, and make me right. So it's just a mindset that we have. It's something we're not afraid to do, something we believe in. So, that's something we've always done and will continue to do.
All right, well, Coach, great game tonight. I'm sure we'll see you again.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, right after this, we'll be right back with our Robbie Hunter MVP.
With Local 85, when you turn out, you can be hitting six figures.
Hey, I have your back, you have my back. We're going to do this together. We're one for all for one.
College just wasn't for me. Let's look into actual career jobs that wouldn't take college, where I wouldn't, lose money and all that. Instead of losing a lot more money at the end, why not make money and make more money at the end?
Are you interested in becoming a deputy or a jailer? The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office is hiring and looking for individuals passionate about protecting and serving their community. If you are 18 years or older, join our team by visiting GHSA.com for more information. Gwinnett County, together we can make a difference.
Breda's better at keeping termites out.
Besides the fact that we're sending a licensed inspector to your home, we're also using state-of-the-art technology. So we put those two things together to give you the best possible termite inspection. Quite simply, Breda is better at keeping termites out. Only Breda protects your home with a complete liquid barrier from Termidor. Your rate is locked in for 10 years, so if live termites are ever found, Breda will retreat, all for free.
Breda, no need
All right, and welcome back to the Tailgate Show, brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. I'm Kaylee Mansell, and I'm joined by TJ Lester, who is our Robbie Hunter MVP tonight. So I'm going back, I'm watching highlights. I see that second touchdown that you had, and it looked like you may have escaped every single defensive player on the field. What was your read on that? And also, how about the offensive line helping you get in the end zone?
They did great. My read was to follow Braden Jacobs' block, 77. Once he kicked him out, I just cut it up underneath and kept my feet moving on contact.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to all my offensive players for helping me, my receivers, linemen, quarterback, everyone was pushing me. So thanks to them.
I got to ask you about crowd noise, because, it was loud in here tonight. And then you've got this scoreboard right here and the elephant noise. So it's like, how do you block all of that out and stay focused in an environment where you probably can't hear anything out there?
Yeah. We practiced with this noise all week, so it was nothing new to us. We were ready for it.
Yeah, he had y'all prepared, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, with that, I'm going to get you to hand me your microphone. Got a few things for you. First, this is our Kroger game ball, and it's been signed by every MVP that we've had so far. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you the Sharpie. I'm going to have you sign it for me. Also, I like the tattoos. Didn't notice it. Really sick. Yeah. I can hold the ball. And then if you want, you can actually hand the ball over there. It makes this a little bit easier. I'll give you that back. And then I've got one more thing for you. So tonight, you are our Robbie Hunter MVP, presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. You take this home with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well deserved. Excited to see Milton in the post.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
With that, we will be right back with our Gatorade players of the game.
This is the home of the GOATs, Friday Night Lights, and home of the Ballers. This is home of the Gamers. Peachtree Sports Network is the home of the Hustlers and home of the Speed Junkies. The Peach State plays here. Atlanta's home of live local sports is Peachtree Sports Network.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
How would you like to do something really different one weekend a month?
Charlie 2-2, this is Charlie 2-1. Thank you, Sergeant.
If you've got what it takes, come join us. To learn more about the State Defense Force, go to georgiavolunteer.com.
We interrupt with breaking news.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
A chaotic chase involving a Gwinnett County transit bus.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Take a look, the road is washed out.
The all-new Local News Live streaming app. Search LNL on your TV, on your phone.
Step out of the way so you guys can get a better view.
Local News Live. Always streaming. Always free.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
And welcome back to the Tailgate Show, brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. I'm Kelly Mansell with our Gatorade players of the game, our offensive player of the game, Tristan Payne, and our defensive player of the game, Hayden Taminia. Tristan, I want to come to you first.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was right behind you when you made that touchdown in the first quarter where you had the, go back.
Mm-hmm.
What was that play call? Was it a little go ball? And what was going through your head as you're, walking through the back of the end zone with the ball in your hand?
So the play was I had a go ball outside, and my quarterback just threw me a perfect pass. He threw it behind me to where nobody else could get it, turned around, caught the ball, celebrated with my teammates, had fun. That's all it's about. I have fun, do what I got to do, and that's it.
I think it's very evident the connection that you have with your quarterback, Luke Nickel. How have you guys bonded and made that connection, not just maybe on the field, but off the field as well?
So me and Luke, we've been going to school together since 6th grade.
Wow.
And, we know a lot about each other. We joke around, mess around. We got classes together. So it's really fun being around him all day, and really great having him as my quarterback because I know what he's thinking. He knows what I'm thinking. So on the field, it's just do it.
Hey, I know that Coach Reeves had y'all probably way more prepared tonight for any other game. What was the defensive plan headed into this game, and how do you feel like y'all executed that?
So in practice, we had one-on-ones pretty much the whole time. And, just best on best, dogfight every time, fights happening in practice. So I feel like that grittiness just helped us prevail. They had a few long plays that we were disappointed about. Ultimately, offense bailed us out, but I'm so proud of the defense and the fight we had.
I'm sure, too, that going against y'all's offense in practice makes y'all better and helps you prepare you more for games like this, right?
Yes, definitely. And also, we help. It's not like they just help us. We help them also. Yeah. And there will be some times where they got brain farts because we're sacking the quarterback and celebrating. But at the end of the day, it's just all love.
Yeah, Ben Reeves told me before the game he felt like the defense plays with a chip on their shoulder, and I definitely saw that out of y'all tonight. So I want to say congratulations to y'all on being our Gatorade players of the game. And on top of that, we have some racetrack gift cards for you guys, so y'all can take those home with you.
Thank you.
And, guys, can't wait to see what y'all do for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, stay there. We got more scores from around the state when we come back.
A journeyman with Local 85, when you turn out, you can be hitting 6 figures.
Hey, I have your back, you have my back. We're going to do this together. We're one for all for one.
College just wasn't for me. Let's look into actual career jobs that wouldn't take college, where I wouldn't, lose money and all that. Instead of losing a lot more money at the end, why not make money and make more money at the end?
Are you interested in becoming a deputy or a jailer? The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office is hiring and looking for individuals passionate about protecting and serving their community. If you are 18 years or older, join our team by visiting GHSA.com for more information. Gwinnett County, together we can make a difference.
At Breda, we made the decision 20 years ago to invest in infrared cameras. The infrared gives us a unique advantage because we can pinpoint that termite damage. We then use our microwave technology, which allows us to localize our treatment so we can get rid of those termites quicker before that damage becomes extensive. And that saves you a lot of money as a homeowner.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt.
I got it, Mom.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future. Every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
And welcome back to the Tailgate Show, brought to you by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. I'm Kelly Mansell with Rusty Mansell, and even though the score may not reflect it, it's games like tonight. That's exactly what you want to see. Two quality opponents in Milton and Gainesville in one of the best environments in the state. This is why we do this.
Yeah, it's a great environment tonight. I can't say enough thanks to Gainesville, their athletic department, the school system, everybody here for what they did for us tonight. It was great, great atmosphere. It's what you believe in high school football, and I will say this. Tough loss for Gainesville. Milton's a team that knows how to knock somebody out, period. To finish an opponent off, defending state champs, they're going to be a hard out for anybody, but don't give up on Gainesville. Don't write them off. I had a text from a good friend tonight. He goes, Rusty, those were two great 5A teams. Will not surprise me at all to see Gainesville playing at some point in December.
Can I ask you something a little controversial?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but I did see that Ben Reeves said that he thought that 5A was the best classification in the state of Georgia based on what you saw tonight and what you've seen this season. Do you think that to be true?
I don't know that it's the best. I think it's going to be the hardest path to win a state championship. You're going to play 3 or 4 really hard games no matter who you are. You're going to play 3 or 4 hard games to win the state championship. I think the path to 5A is harder to win a state championship this year. I really do.
He's been media trained, if you can't tell. Let's take a look at some other scores from across the state tonight. Even if you don't see your score, you can still check out scoreatl.com. All right, let's see what we've got. Rockmart pulls out a close one, 24-21.
Jeff Parsons, I tell you what, they play a tough schedule at Rockmart. They played Rome. They played a bunch of teams higher in their classification. People started writing Rockmart off, and guess what? They're going to be region champs probably, and that's a team that played for the state championship last year, lost in overtime. Would not surprise me at all to see them play in December. But I'm telling you right now, that's a huge win in Waycross, Georgia. Ware County beats Benedictine. Benedictine went on the road last week and beat Warner Robins. I'm telling you, that's a massive win for Waycross.
And I think even that first page of scores reflects that at this point in the season, it's all region play. It's all competitive. It all means something. Valdosta.
I don't know if that's the right score. I'm going to go ahead and say the last score I saw was 37-34, so I don't know the final of that. That definitely wasn't 7-3.
Look, Carrollton continues to dominate, perhaps one of the best teams, if not the best team in all of 6A, 42-0 win over Chapel Hill.
Yeah, you look at Carrollton and Chapel Hill, 42-0. You look at Douglas County, 35-22, and it starts shaping up that November 1st matchup. Carrollton goes to Douglas County, and here's a team we saw play Buford and lose, but they've lost without 2 of their best players. And I'll tell you this right now, the Douglas County healthy is going to give Carrollton a really good football game, and that could depend on how that plays out. But that's the game everybody wants to watch on November the 1st.
All right, and we've got our next page of scores here for you. Walton struggled a lot this season, but they get the win tonight over Cherokee, 28-21. Ben Reeves did mention they play Roswell at the end of the year. If Roswell can beat Gainesville, it'll be Roswell-Milton Region Championship end of the year.
And without saying, I don't know the bracket, but I know that both coaching staffs told me tonight the harder path would be the Region 2, the 2 seed from this region. So I know they're looking down the path. I don't know all that is, but that'll tell you something. I'll say this, Sprayberry, another win. We saw them last week. I was very impressed with them. Sprayberry with another big win. And Coach Bruner keeps battling at Walton. Tough out always.
All right, let's see what else we've got. Westminster, maybe a team we haven't talked about as much. They get a big win over Cal tonight, 16-14, and then also Cambridge, one of the
undefeated. Undefeated. Coach Jones coming over from Walton. He was the offensive coordinator last year for Walton. To put up all those points, got to the state championship. He is undefeated in his first season at Cambridge, and that is one of those kind of Cinderella stories. It took a coach leaves, some players transfer. They take what they got, build on it. They got a really good quarterback, Weston Taylor's a senior. Got some wide receivers that are really good in the 2026 class. Cartersville, 31-0, and we will see them next week in Cedartown.
Yeah, a little game closer to home. There it is. Cedartown at the top beat Dalton tonight, 44-13.
Huge win for North Oconee against Eastside. Both teams undefeated. North Oconee has to come back in the last minute. I think it was a touchdown to junior 2026 athlete Kamari Brooks from Harrison Faulkner, the quarterback there at North Oconee. That game went back and forth in the last 2 minutes. Huge win. That puts North Oconee probably in the driver's seat for that reason.
Yeah, North Oconee has stayed rolling. This is our last page of scores right here. Heard County over Darlington, 48-27. Lee County over Coffee County. We love those Middle Georgia matchups, 48-14.
I'm going to tell you that's South Georgia. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you some stuff tonight.
I feel like I can never get it
Lee
right.
County is South Georgia. But I'll tell you this. Region 1, Lee County, you start talking about who can really give a threat to Milton, and I said it on air. Lee County has a talent equalizer. They have the best running back in the state, in my opinion, and he's a problem. 4 quarters, Osmani Chroma, to deal with him, he's a problem.
All right, let's talk about next week's game. Cartersville, Cedartown. Saw Cartersville earlier this year. They looked good, but I know with Cedartown being close to home, you know what they're about.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to text Nick Chubb a link to watch it because he'll be on me at some point this week to watch this game. That's his boys, undefeated. I'm telling you right now, that place will be packed. 2 great fan bases, a lot of tradition, both schools. It's kind of a Cedartown runs the football. They want to run the ball down your throat. They might not throw 5 or 6 times a game. Cartersville's going to throw it all over the place. It's going to be 2 different teams, but at the end of the day, 2 very well-coached teams, and that's a huge game in that region.
You can watch that game by joining us next Friday at 8 o'clock here on the Peachtree Sports Network. From myself, Rusty Mansell, Brandon Adams, Ashley
County
Carey.
of South Georgia. You learned something tonight.
Hey, look, I'm just now getting over Sly County, all right? We're taking baby steps here. All right, make sure to come back next week. We'll see you right here, 8 o'clock, Peachtree Sports Network. Enjoy some college football this weekend.
How would you like to do something really different one weekend a month?